Welcome, everybody, to Saves Together, the podcast about playing games together. Whether that means co-op or passing the controller back and forth or just playing the same game at the same time. It doesn't matter how, it only matters that it's together because...
When you save together, you stay together.
Say it with me now. That's going to be our new thing that we'll say. I'm going to say it with me now. And then everybody at home...
I feel like that means people should start clapping and stomping their feet.
When you save together, you stay together.
So you're thinking church-esque.
Yeah.
Mm.
This is episode 82. And it's January. It's the end of the year, or the beginning of the new year, I guess, technically.
Currently, it's New Year's Eve.
It's New Year's Eve right now, which means this is the shout-outs episode. This is the way we do Game of the Year. It's a little less competition, a little more celebration. It's Saves Together's year in gaming, right?
Right.
It's any game released this year, co-op or not, is eligible for a shout-out. Any of the games we did an episode on.
And just any games I played at all this year.
Yeah, exactly.
Although we do try to be specific to games released this year if we can. But, it is what it is.
Yeah, if we did an episode on it, it's absolutely eligible, right?
Mm-hmm,
that was kind of where this started, was of the things we played.
Right.
But it's fun to talk about games we like, so that's where we are now.
That's where I'm at.
And these aren't really awards, it's just a shout out. We don't really care about picking the best one, unless it's for silly things. But before we talk about games, let's just quickly talk about other media.
Oh, you want to do that first? Okay.
Yeah, I think we should do that first, get it out of the way.
Sure.
And then get into the nitty gritty.
Okay.
Get into the game.
So,
EA Sports in the game.
You want to start?
Let's do movies, okay?
Okay, movies.
Here are a bunch of movies we liked this year.
Yes.
Go.
The Batman.
The Batman was cool.
That was good.
That's my favorite Batman. I think it's divisive.
It can be, but I also think people enjoy hating on it because it was pretty popular as well. Or they really just hated it. They just legit did not vibe, which I guess I understand, but I vibed.
I vibed hard. That is a cool ass Batman.
I love our Pats. I loved his emo boy swagger in this movie. It's good. It was good. That's all I really have to say. I like the part where he's at the club and he's beating up people with the of the lights.
Yep.
That's great. That's the vibes. It was good.
We just watched that Weird Al movie, and it was very fun.
It was good. It was.
I'm not saying it's
I liked the bit.
Yeah, it's a good bit. And
satirical movie about a biopic. A satirical biopic is funny.
Yeah, and it's very clearly fake.
Well, yeah.
But I mean, I guess I didn't realize it was so fake.
You didn't realize it was going to be that fake.
But then once I realized right away, I was like, oh, wait, this is funny.
Yeah.
Everything Everywhere All at Once. Good movie.
Mm-hmm. That was a very popular one this year, too.
I want to watch it again. We only saw it one time in theaters.
Yeah.
Prey.
Prey was great. I loved Prey. And I think it wasn't in theaters at all. I don't think it was.
I don't think it was in theaters at all, and I kind of wish it had been.
Yeah.
I would have liked it more. I liked it still, but I think I would have liked it more.
It was just a good action movie. I liked it. Turning Red, that's probably my favorite animated film this year. I don't know how much competition it had, but that was so good. So
it
fun.
Had competition from the anime, which we have split off in its own genre.
Turning Red was just so funny, so relatable, so heartwarming. I cried, I laughed, I clapped.
There's a Tamagotchi.
It was a part of me. It's inspired by, early 2000s, late 90s, high school aesthetics, and that was very cute. I really liked it. Elvis.
We saw Elvis. I liked Elvis a lot.
It was good. I mean, it was good.
It was weird.
It was really weird,
but it was weird
his movies
that I
usually are.
Right.
But it was pretty fun. Weird in a fun way. Barbarian. We liked Barbarian.
Jackass Forever. That's a very Craig movie. I don't think you saw it.
I didn't watch it. I don't watch Jackass movies.
But dude, it's pretty good. I liked it a lot.
If you like people doing things with their dicks that might hurt them, you'll like Jackass Forever, right?
You'll like Jackass Forever.
Any Jackass movie.
And you'll like Jackass Forever. Clerks 3. The Kevin Smith fair recently has not been wonderful.
Has it ever?
Yeah, nostalgically, I mean. He just returned to the well, too many times.
Craig is part of the Kevin Smith fandom.
Yes,
We can
but
say.
I acknowledge the old movies aren't that great, but the
Yeah.
new ones are actually like not good. Like I don't think they're the same kind of bad.
Interesting. So you
Um,
really think that he got worse, or do you
I
think you
think he
got
got
older
worse.
and your taste got better? Are you sure?
He got worse
Okay. Okay.
um, because it just is less inspired. It's a lot of going back to the well on stuff. And now
Okay.
in this one, they actually like kind of move forward and it made me cry a little bit. And
Oh.
it's like a touching cap to that story that started it all, right?
Yeah. That's
Now,
good.
please don't make Clerks 4 with the kids, you know,
Are you
like
done with so can you say this you're done with Kevin Smith?
no, I'm waiting for
Okay.
Mallrats 2. Mallrats 2.
Okay.
What was your favorite movie this year?
I'd have to say my favorite movie was Nope, the new Jordan Peele joint.
Yeah. This and Barbarian I was like torn between.
I just really loved Nope because it was doing so much. I really feel like it was so funny and it was so poignant and it was so thematically sound and that the performances were great. It was all around such a good movie. Aliens. I mean, I also just love aliens. Like unique takes on aliens are always fun. It was both horrifying but also really heroic in a way that was sick. It was a great
Yes.
movie.
And that scene where it rains blood,
Mm-hmm.
that was very,
Ugh.
very cool.
Great visuals altogether, honestly.
And I think my favorite movie this year is Banshees of Inisherin, or the Banshees of Ed Sheeran, however you feel like feeling.
Depressing movie, but funny.
But
Very funny.
Very funny movie.
Very funny, but you really walk out going, okay.
See, yeah, but I was
Not in a bad way, though. Not in a bad way. And really makes you think. Really made me think
yeah.
about things and stuff. Things and stuff. But you should watch it if you have a chance. It's on Hulu now, actually, which is great.
Yeah, I think it's worth watching if you watch the trailer and it seems interesting.
Yeah, if
You know what I
if
mean?
the
I think
trailer's
that's one
funny
you actually
to you.
need to. That's one where you actually should probably watch a trailer first.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I think you're right, actually.
The trailer is what sold me on it.
You have to enjoy that sense of humor. It's very dark humor, but not. I mean, it's not dark like it's not edgy humor. It's just dark topics around humor. You have to think that's funny, you know. Otherwise, it would be pretty bad.
Yeah.
For you. I think most people that see it enjoy it. So.
And a final thought on movies of 2022. I think it's interesting that there's really no like memorable Marvel movie this year. They were good, they were fine. But Marvel has really like kind of fallen off, and I think they know that. Someone told me that they've decided to like change up some plans and reassess what they're doing because of that opinion that's really been prevalent for like 2 years, I'd say, or more.
I mean, I've really just been a tag along to your Marvel fandom, but yeah, it does feel tiring now. Even though I still like go, I still like somewhat
They're
enjoy
still
it.
fun.
Yeah, I just feel like it feels like kind of empty to me, you know?
Yes.
Like
Well,
what's
yeah,
the
that's
point?
what I think. I think that's what everyone is feeling, kind of. And I guess, like I said, they're changing stuff to focus on quality over quantity.
That's the right move to make. I would
Yes.
think you don't need a movie every month. You really don't.
Yeah. I think there were 3 this year in theaters. That's too many. 2 at most.
Right. It really felt like every month. But yeah, I mean, they did the TV shows too. That's probably why it feels
I
that
think
way.
there were 4 last year,
Okay.
but
Just
either way,
one.
it's all too many. And then the TV shows add more, and it's just, oh. And speaking of TV shows, what are some of our favorite TV shows this year?
Well, we just recently finished Andor, which we really liked. And I didn't really enjoy, like, other than The Mandalorian, most of the Star Wars new shows. I didn't watch Obi-Wan. I watched half of Boba Fett, and I was like, I'm good. I'm not even, like, that big of a Star Wars fan anymore after the last movie ended. But I thought Andor was so good. So well written. Like the dialogue was really good and just like a much more interesting world building and story than it has been in the past. So I enjoyed it a lot.
Yeah. And as far as I understand, they have an idea for where that show goes, and then that's it. Right? Like they're telling the story.
Well,
they've
what
already
else would it
created.
be?
Like Star Wars 9, it's going to come out where there was no through line from 7, 8, or 9. They didn't write out the story.
I feel like
They
that's
just made it up
an
as
outlier,
they go.
a weird, yeah, that should be an outlier in how you write anything. That's just so
Mandalorian, I don't
bizarre.
believe has an end game goal. Do you? You don't
how am I
feel like
supposed
they're
to
just kind of
know?
writing it?
I don't. I mean, I wouldn't know.
I guess I just really appreciate when a creator says, "This is what I'm making, and I'm stopping it here."
That's how it, yeah, I guess to me that's like kind of like the obvious way it should be, but I understand
But I don't
in
think it's that way
TV it's
for.
not that way sometimes
Yeah.
because in books and other stuff it should be that way, but I get it. People love money. So, if it makes money, they'll keep doing it.
Yeah.
We also watched The Rehearsal, which I was obsessed with. It was I always loved Nathan Fielder. I really liked Nathan For You. But The Rehearsal was just like next level insane. It's really good. It's
Yeah.
really good. We watched The Bear. We watched half of The Bear. I wasn't going to mention this one particularly because we didn't finish it. So it felt like it was good though. I liked
It's great. That's why I want to mention it because
Okay.
I don't have to finish it to know that it's great.
Yeah, and we both worked in kitchens, so it's also very like if you work in any food service at all, I think it's pretty fun because it's like, yep, that's how it is, especially in a place like that.
Feels very real. The dirtiness is like so accurate.
Yeah. It's good. I like it. I love whoever the main guy's name is. I forget. He was in Shameless, and I liked Shameless for a long time. So
This is the first time I've ever seen that guy. I like him.
he's great. He's good. It's kind of a very similar character, to be honest. So that's why that's good. Also, What We Do in the Shadows is still one of my favorite shows. It was season 4, which was still good. It was not as strong as like season 2 or 3 for me, but I still like it. Still can't wait for season 5 next year.
Yeah, I
That'll
love
be
it.
good.
It's very cozy. Like let's
It
put on
is
this
cozy.
comedy.
It is cozy because they're like at this point in the game, if you like and you've followed the show, they feel like your family, like your friends. Like there's just characters you know. You love Guillermo, you love Nadja, love them all.
Right.
Okay, so
Yeah, I'll just watch them do anything.
Exactly.
That's a show where I don't care what the end game is.
yeah,
I just want you
it
to
does
tell
not
cool
matter.
stories each episode.
Right, because that's one of those shows that's like, I mean, it's a comedy, and I
Yeah,
feel like the
yeah.
structure of comedies can be a little more loose. It does help when you have some sort of plot tying it together, and there is. I mean, the whole thing is Guillermo wants to become a vampire. I feel like that's the thread, and
Yeah.
now, I guess I won't say what happened at the end of season 4 if you haven't seen it, but we're getting somewhere. We are getting somewhere. I don't know. It's mostly like a trick, and we're not actually getting somewhere in a comedy, but we'll see. I'm still excited either way. I still love them, so I'm with it.
What was your favorite TV show of the year?
I would say it was Our Flag Means Death.
All
And I
right.
feel like it just had a powerful impact on me.
Yeah, it's very good.
It's funny because like we started watching it together, me and Craig, and I was so obsessed I secretly watched the rest of the show because he's like, oh yeah, we'll watch it later. I was like, no. And I had to binge it
I
immediately.
like to
which is how
watch-
I know I really like the show. If I binge something, that messed me up. That messed me up.
I like to watch shows one episode a week.
No,
or 2
me
episodes a
too.
week,
But
so I
me
can
too.
sit and reflect on it like a philosopher.
I just want to say, yeah, I know that. That's what I'm trying to explain.
I know, and then you did a dirty bad thing.
This show is so special, and I thought I could hide it. I really did, and I did hide it for a little bit, and then and then when we pressed play on one of the episodes, the bar was all the way to the right, and I was like, fuck! Damn. Anyway, because I got to watch it twice in a row. I really like that show, but second season's next year, I'm sure, because they just finished shooting.
Nice.
So very
okay,
excited.
so that didn't get killed by the HBO
It didn't.
drama.
Honestly,
Thank
like
gosh.
so much of why it exists is because the fandom blew up for this show like insanely on like Tumblr and Twitter, and that had a lot to do with the fact that it lived past season 1 at all because it's a little bit more of a funky one in that it's pretty queer. It's very queer. So like those kinds of shows don't get to live for very long
Yeah.
usually. So I'm excited. And it's so funny. It has such a good cast. It's great. And I love pirates, okay? I love funny pirates.
Funny pirates and funny vampires.
Yeah. I really it's
I'm
the
into
same taste I had when I was a teen. I want to watch vampires. I want to watch pirates, okay? That's just how it is. We watched Interview with the Vampire last night, by the way, which was Craig's first time watching it. And
Hey, that
I
movie's
hadn't
good.
seen it in so long. And that's a good movie still. Because
And
we
now
were
we have to
prepping
watch
to
the
watch
show.
the TV show. Right. And he didn't want to watch the TV show before watching the movie. Well, you might as well just read the book if that's how you're going to be. By the way, I looked up how many books Anne Rice wrote in that series. I was just curious. Something like 14.
Wow.
And in the second book is about Lestat. And it's about how he becomes a rock and roll star in the 80s. I was like, that sounds amazing,
What?
kind of, actually.
But then why was he all decrepit?
He wasn't decrepit at the end of the movie. He got better, remember? Did you
But
see him in the
he
car?
came to visit him in the 80s. In 88,
Right.
he went back to New Orleans, and he was there eating
That
the
was in the
rats.
80s at the end of the book, at the end of the movie. That was still in the 80s.
That was 88. So how could he become a rock and roll star in the 80s and then go
Okay.
back to being decrepit zombie?
No, I don't think he goes back to being decrepit.
So he was faking it. Or he
I
became a
don't know what
rock
you're
and roll
talking
star
about.
for 2
I don't know what you're
years.
talking about. I don't know what you're talking about. Okay. What was your favorite show?
Severance. All right. And Severance was very good.
Severance was also a really good. I like that show a lot too.
The thing about the TV that we watched this year, it was all like equally good to me. So I also think Andor might be my favorite. You know what I mean?
That's fair, but I think Severance was really special to me because it was like
Yeah.
a sci-fi horror that didn't lose its thrill. And I feel like a lot of those, like by the end, I'm like, I don't even know where you're going with this anymore, pal. But this one really sticks the landing. And that
Yep.
was really impressive to me. Like I'm really excited for season 2. I think going up until the very last episode, I was like, I'm not sure if I care about season 2, but then I really did.
Yeah, they
So,
found a way to not do too big of a cliffhanger.
yeah, it's just enough
But
of a
just
like
enough.
little gasp moment that you're like excited now. So, but you don't feel cheated, you know.
Yeah.
Great show. Really loved it.
All right, let's talk anime. We split that up from movies and TV because like it's different, you know?
It's different. They are movies and TV though. Okay, so we watched Jujutsu Kaisen 0 in theaters.
In theaters, and it was awesome.
People were very excited. Were we in that movie theater
Yep.
for it?
That is still my favorite shonen.
Yeah, it was
Like
fun.
of all time, I mean, not currently, not of the
right,
the,
no,
the
I
big
know.
4 right now. I mean, of all time.
So Inu O, I think that was my favorite anime movie this year.
Yeah,
Really so
Inu-Oh
good.
was really good.
We watched it in theaters, which was cool because I think it probably had a pretty limited release, but I loved it. It was just like it was really powerful. You should watch it. Anyone should watch it. I mean, it's a more weirder one, and it's also
It's a weirder
sad.
one, but it's nice, and
It's like a rock opera, and the visuals are awesome.
because it's a movie, anyone can see it. You don't have to. It's not one of those like, you don't have to have watched a bunch of seasons or
Mhm.
anything. You know, like it's
And
just a movie.
it's a
only.
historical one too, which is cool. So if
Yeah.
you're into that, Demon Slayer, the show. Did we see it? We didn't see the movie too
I
this
think we
year,
saw
right?
the movie last year.
The show, yeah, and then it started with the beginning of this year was the Mugen, sorry, not the Mugen, the Entertainment District arc,
Yeah.
which was good. It was great. I mean, it's more Demon Slayer.
Yep.
I think it was better than the first seasons.
Yes.
So,
I don't think the first season was that good to me, but I
Mhm.
kept watching because it was pretty. And then the movie happened, and it was like, wait a minute, I kind of like this.
right. We always hated the
Yellow boy?
yellow Naruto guy.
Yeah.
Everyone's Naruto. to me.
Crybaby mac cheese.
Crybaby mac and cheese. He's getting better.
He's getting better because
He's better when
sleeping
he's
more.
asleep. Yes, he's best when he's not speaking. We haven't finished this yet, but Cyberpunk Edge Runners.
Yeah,
We're in the middle of, and it's really good.
it's good.
So,
It's
it
doing the
actually
thing.
makes
It's
me
doing the
want to
thing.
play Cyberpunk, which is a shocker, dude. I've never
Whoa.
we have the game. Me and him have never played it because why would
I started
we?
it on day 1. And I got to the city, and I was like, "Well, I'm gonna stop now and
You
just
were gonna
come
wait
back
till
to
they
this
fixed
game
it,
until
right?
it's fixed." And it's been 2 years.
You should play it now. You should play it.
I
you know?
probably so now my thing is I'm gonna wait for the next big huge update.
okay.
Like they're gonna drop something like
Aren't they done? Aren't they like sad? I'm just
they
kidding.
stopped the multiplayer thing,
I was gonna say they had some stuff they were gonna do and now they're not gonna do.
which I understand completely.
Who cares about multiplayer for a
Me.
game like that? Okay.
Co-op running around Night City would
Oh,
have
I
been
thought it'd be
so
like
awesome.
multiplayer like competitive.
That wasn't the impression I got.
Okay.
I think that would have been so cool to like run around that city together. But
Yes.
I get it.
would have
I really
been-
do get it. But I wish these companies wouldn't announce stuff that's not like done. You know what I
Bro,
mean?
I don't know what to tell you about how this world works, but let me say something. They want your money, and if they're gonna get your money by saying that, which they did, then they win. All
They
right.
didn't get my money for saying it. They got my money for making a cool looking game that just
All right,
also happened to have it. Like,
yeah, but it helped. It helped. though.
I don't think it was. Again, I don't know. It's a tricky,
It's a tricky
situation.
line to walk.
but maybe
As a
guys,
moneymaker.
let's not announce stuff till we're like halfway developed, and that way it's like, we'll probably have it in there. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Yeah.
they're not gonna stop though. I'm gonna tell you.
They're listening to this and they're thinking about it though. That's for sure. Anyways,
then I think, and then we finished Chainsaw Man's done.
yes.
Great
Chainsaw
show.
Man, very good. I didn't read it. You did read it, the manga.
I did, and I
Um,
didn't like it that much. But then I liked the show better.
The show's great. It's really slow in a nostalgic way. Like, I don't mean like slow bad. I just mean like it sits on
I don't
what's
think
his
slow
face
means bad.
smoking like a cigarette, or like it's nice, and I don't know exactly how to articulate what I'm feeling about it, but
You're doing a great job.
it hangs out in like quieter moments
Yeah.
in a way that I really like.
Let's say it lingers. How about that?
Yeah. Lingers is good.
Ah, what a great word. Linger. Don't
And
you
the
think?
music's good. It's got like kind of weird music.
Oh, the music's great. And every ED's different. Crazy.
Wild.
Crazy and wild. Great show. Very gory and goofy and stupid. I like it.
Okay, now we both have two different interests that we don't do together, really. Books and wrestling.
Well, it's kind of hard to do books together. I guess you could also read books.
I could just read the same book and we could talk
He
about
don't.
it
He
at
don't.
the Saves Together
He
Books
don't
Club.
read. I think my favorite books this year were Babel by R.F. Kong. That's a great book. Juniper and Thorn by Ava Reed. Love that one too. And then I read this book this year. Absolutely did not come out this year. It's a very old book, Kindred by Octavia Butler. But I thought it was kind of worth mentioning. I mean, other than the fact that it was my first year reading it and I really loved it and thought it was amazing. But I guess I didn't know they were doing this. They just put a show on Hulu adapting it. But I also was reading like that most people, especially if you're a fan of the book, weren't a big fan of how they adapted it. So I was like, I'm good, but cool idea.
Yeah.
And the book is great. If you're into sci-fi fantasy, or just if you're into good books, you should read Kindred by Octavia Butler. I mean, that's like one of the original like sci-fi books written by a woman.
Yeah. Anything else to say about books?
I mean, I love reading. Can't wait to read more next year.
How many this year? How many did you read this year?
I read what was it? I think it was 75, but it was very close. I almost didn't read 75. Is that a PR? I don't actually know. I think it is according to my Goodreads, but it's very possible when I was like 8, I read more books. No, I don't think
but
so.
Berenstain Bears don't count.
How dare you? Yes, it does. Berenstain Bears counts, and so do the Pokemon novels, which I read many of when I was younger.
You've gotten better at dropping books, right? We've talked about this, which I think is impressive.
So my number will go down, but I think that's good. I think it's important not to, and that goes for games and shows too. Like, for both of us, it's about stopping something when it's not that fun because it's not that important that you finish it. You need to move on.
Time is all we have.
Time is all we have. Our tastes are getting more specific the more things we do.
Yeah.
So that's just the way to do it. Don't make yourself miserable by reading a book halfway through and you're just like, why do I care? You know how I started to know that it was time for me to drop a book was when I looked up the reviews for the book while I was reading it. I was like, okay,
that seems like a good.
That means I should probably stop reading it because I'm basically looking for something to validate either that it's worth reading or that it's not worth reading, whatever it is. So yeah, probably we'll read less books next year, but I think that's a good thing,
Yeah. We try to 3-episode rule anime a lot. Like, let's try this thing, and then like
now I'm just thinking it's whatever episode is the one we drop it on.
No,
how
I know, but
how many episodes does something really deserve a chance for?
3 though is because like a simple arc finishes up usually, and like that sets the tone for like things.
That's true. That's a good point.
But I can sometimes tell in one, like, no, never mind.
Right, exactly. Sometimes we'll watch one and it's like, this is not the tone or writing style we care about.
Yeah.
Or want to include in our lives, so.
Okay, and then lastly, I'll run through wrestling moments that I really liked from 2022. MJF and William Regal, a full storyline. Now, from watching WWE for years, I got used to storylines just kind of disappearing, and it's like, what happened to this or that? So the MJF and William Regal storyline actually had like a full conclusion and like kind of a cool character arc and like twist and turn. It's just nice to see a story actually complete and lead to something. Sami Zayn talking about people feeling oozy, very good moment. Eddie Kingston in the Anarchy in the Arena match when he's covered in blood and he's carrying a gas container down the ramp. One of the coolest images I've seen in wrestling. The Acclaimed winning the titles at the Grand Slam. I was there. It was very fun.
You were there in person?
Yes.
Oh.
Vince McMahon leaving the WWE. That was the greatest thing that could have happened, if you ask me. I know there's probably still so much wrong with the company and every company, but him being gone.
Amen to that, brother.
And his insane old man ideas and bad taste. Just like, thank you. There's a breath of fresh air when I tune in to the WWE now. And I attribute that all to his ass being gone. Maybe CM Punk was right. The Cody Rhodes injury reveal. This is one of the coolest wrestling moments I've ever seen. Everyone knows he's injured, but he's still going to have a match. And they're like, well, we'll see how bad it really... Like, he's probably fine. And then as he's making his entrance, he's wearing his jacket. And you see a little bruising poking out on his chest. And you're like, oh, man, that must hurt. It looks kind of red. And then the camera shot and the way he pulls the coat down to reveal just how awful... He had his pectoral muscle ripped off of his pectoral, I guess. How's that off his bone? And it was just a shocking reveal. And the fact that he was still going to compete. Dax Harwood's fight like an 8-year-old girl speech was pretty good. That promo was great. John Moxley's, he doesn't drink alcohol anymore. He went to rehab and returned this year. And he talked about how he doesn't drink alcohol anymore. All he needs to drink now is blood. And that was very cool. When Brock Lesnar brought a forklift to the ring or a tractor or whatever the hell that was and lifted the ring, that was like one of those moments that happens every decade. I like that a lot. And then lastly, the Elite returning. I don't even like the Young Bucks, but the Elite returning and having the Carry On My Wayward Son entrance music, I like it. I don't know why. It made me realize I like that song. Anyways, that's wrestling.
I knew I liked that song because of Rock Band, so
It's on the Rock
I knew
Band
before
OST?
you. I think so.
Wait. Oh, knew that you liked it.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's wrestling. Hey, if you like wrestling, we should start a wrestling podcast. It'll be called
Let's wrestle.
Let's Wrestle Together.
Is there not? Is how many wrestling? You think there's more wrestling podcasts, more video game podcasts out there?
More video game podcasts out there, but more wrestling podcasts by actual wrestlers. Like, so there's not that many, as far as I know, game development podcasts. You know, like of game developers talking about games. But there are so many wrestlers talking about wrestling.
Right.
It's actually pretty interesting. I like that kind of thing.
Yeah.
So now let's get into the meat and potatoes. The Saves Together shoutouts for 2022. Okay, everybody. Put your ties on. Put your suits on.
Put your what's it called?
What?
I don't know. I
need a
just
little more context.
Thought of a meme, but I can't remember it, so it's okay. Move on.
Go ahead, try it. Make the meme now.
Oh my god, it's like on the tip of my tongue, this meme. Put your something on. It's okay. Move on.
Get in the robot?
It was probably an old no. Get in your robots, kids.
Anyways, this is the fanciest day of the year here at Saves Together. We're ready. We've got our champagne. We're going to start giving out awards and shout outs.
Now you're making me wish we did have champagne.
We could go. Do you want
we
some?
could go to the store, buy
Let's
some.
go to the store and get some.
Yeah. All right, we'll be right back, guys. Boop, 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 boop. Cheers.
Oh.
Take that out. Cut that.
That was a terrible cheers.
How about you just put in a sound effect of someone cheersing?
Yeah.
That would be funny. Keep this in too.
It's not actually champagne, but as far as you at home are concerned, it is.
Ew, it's so bubbly. We could have just put some like tonic water in it. No, that would be weird.
Wow, effervescent.
Wow. What tannins are you tasting, Craig?
What?
Never mind. He doesn't understand.
Is that a wine thing?
The tannins are terrible.
I'm tasting grape. What are you getting?
It's a little bit Star Bright.
I'm getting
Starlight.
grape. A little bit of grape.
I'm getting hints of grape.
Maybe some pre-raisin.
Okay. All right. Joke's over.
Cool wine jokes.
I'm done with the bits about wine.
And I am too. Let's get serious. Let's talk about this year's biggest bop. You're supposed to do it.
Oh, shit.
Let's talk about this year's biggest bop.
bop.
This is one of our favorite categories where we just talk about the music that we liked in games that we played. And then I'm going to play them a little bit after or before or whenever it makes
whenever
sense.
he prefers it. What's Jubilife Village?
That's from Pokemon Legends Arceus.
Okay. You have a
Arceus?
question mark after it, so.
Because I put it on here when I played it back in January or whenever that game came out. And it was like, I don't know, do I like this? So let's listen to it.
Shouts out. Oh, okay.
And you're right. Shouts out. Okay,
Shouts
moving
out.
on. That's not the winner.
Not the winner. That's a question mark.
But I liked
entry.
it. I liked it.
It was a vibe.
So listen, the Neon White soundtrack is very good. Almost everything is awesome. To me,
It is really good. It really
it's a very Craig soundtrack. A very
it drives
Craig
the
vibe.
gameplay.
Yeah.
So it makes you feel badass, which is what you want while playing that game. You know, you want to feel fast and cool. That was a good game.
Yes,
Neon
it was.
White. Splatoon OST I feel like was really popular. Everyone loved Splatoon 3 OST.
So the thing with Splatoon 3 is it's just more Splatoon music, which
Boo.
Splatoon music is really good in Splatoon. But then when I exactly,
like that?
Yeah, that was right. Was I playing the MP3 or what was it?
I don't know. It's crazy. It was like
But then when you go and listen, for me anyways, when I go and listen to Splatoon music outside of playing Splatoon and walking around as my cool squid kid, I don't like it as much.
he hates it.
I wouldn't say I hate it.
Okay. Like you don't want to play it while you're in the grocery store?
Yeah, it's not something I want to listen to outside of
Actually, I think
playing
it would
in
make
that
me
world.
feel cool in the grocery store if it was playing on the radio. I'd feel like, oh, I gotta get these groceries fast. It would enhance my performance, my
We should
grocery
test
performance.
that. Next time we go grocery shopping, I'm going to build you a playlist of the best Splatoon songs.
I
And
won't
let's
be able
see if
to
you actually go faster.
All right.
But I'm picking the Splatfest Plaza Big Man version specifically, his solo. That's the one I'm going to play.
Big Man solo. That's the one with the whistles, right? We love a whistle.
It's like a
in
Brazilian
song.
kind of song. It's got like a carnival or whatever.
I love a whistle, dude.
Sonic Frontiers. While the game was meh, the music was eh.
Eh?
And the two specific are in the like when you go into the levels and play like old school type Sonic levels. Level 1, 2. That music. Let's listen to it now. And level 2, 1. Let's listen to that now. I like both of those songs a lot. I kind of want them to win, but we'll see.
Okay. And then I played Everhood at the beginning of this year, which didn't come out this year, but great rhythm game, and it has a lot of good music in it.
Yeah.
But I think my favorite is the Tinnitus Dance, also because of its name. It's funny.
Okay, let's
That's
play
a
that.
good one. But there's just a lot of good theme. I mean, I like that it was a collection of music by different artists.
Oh, is that how is that how it was?
That's how it was.
That's
And but they all had, like electronic vibes, kind of intense tones.
What's another good one? Let's play another one. Because I remember when you were playing this, I was really into it. You were playing it on like the speakers, like out loud, and I was having a good time just listening to you play it.
It's a good game. You can play Frogs Are Friends.
I think that's the one that I remember the most, possibly.
It's one of the first ones, too.
Because it was like, wait a minute. Because usually
like
you're
the
playing
intro.
a game and I'm playing something on the TV and I'm not paying attention, but that one like kind of, wait, what? What was that?
What was that sound?
I also have nostalgia for this soundtrack for literally 1 year ago. Just like lazing around New Year's time, not doing anything, just like we're doing now, but we're doing something very important.
We're being productive. Yesterday, I consolidated my hard drives and I cleaned out my desk. It's like my
None
day
of
a
that
good
matters.
time.
This is the Saves Together
It
shout out.
matters to me.
The greatest night in gaming.
Xenoblade had a great soundtrack. Xenoblade 3.
Yeah, what's
To
one
be
of the songs? What should I
precise.
play one?
Hmm?
What's one I should play?
Oh, you should play Formidable Enemy. In parentheses. Open parentheses. Battle theme, close parentheses. It's just the battle
That's
theme.
the battle theme.
It's
That's
good.
That's very good.
Good. I think it's good the whole time. It never really gets old. There's a lot of good music. I liked overall the flutes, the use of the flutes.
The flutes were not only musically thematic,
I'm a big flute person. What can I say? I played flute.
Thematic. Story thematic.
I mean, you could just say they're thematic in general. Like they were purposeful in the story. Like they were used as instruments by the characters to send off the dead, and it was it's good. You have to finish that game.
I know, I like it. I like that game a lot.
Yeah, finish that game. So one of my favorite games this year was Frog Detective 3, and there's a great song in it that plays when you think the game has ended, but it hasn't. Spoilers. I mean, if you haven't played Frog Detective 3, I don't know who you are, because you should. But it's called Slippery Pond.
Just wanna go home to Slippery Pond, where the air is fresh and life goes on. I've been in here for far too long, so here I go, just singing my song.
And it's great. It's really cute and very adorable. It's perfect theming to that game.
And it's a bit of an earworm every time we listen to it.
It gets stuck in your head.
Talking about this, it gets stuck in my head. I start singing it under my breath.
It really does.
And that is why I think that maybe, so we thought we had picked a winner, and then I starred this one to get the shout out. Because every time we listen to it, I'm like, nah. And then 10 minutes later, I'm still singing it.
I know, it's
And
stuck in my head
that's,
right now.
You know, that's a bit of a thing.
That's the thing. You can't ignore that. You can't ignore that realness. But we also really liked Penny's battle theme. A lot of the Pokemon Scarlet and Violet music was great. There's the Team Star Boss battle theme was good. The Arvin battle theme. But I think one of our favorites was the Penny battle theme, which was very like one of those like driving electronic hard beats. I think it's great because Penny's character is pretty timid throughout the game.
Yeah.
And so then you get to that part, you're like, oh my God, Penny, girl.
It's very
it's
exciting.
a good song.
It's
It is very
and it's
exciting.
kind of insane. Like, it's very...
It is.
I like it a lot. And that was what I thought was going to win.
It's feral, I would say.
Yeah. Maybe because her EVs that she uses are wild. I don't really understand.
I just think it's because she's like she's a hacker. This is a spoiler, but she is the Team Star boss. She's the boss of all Team Star, okay?
Oh,
I know. You didn't see it coming. I did. I saw it coming.
Yeah,
Did you
a
see it
character
coming?
doesn't get a design.
Was it a twist for you?
It was a twist in so much as I just forgot that character existed. You know what I mean? Where it's like,
She showed up after every time you killed.
okay,
Killed.
I didn't forget she existed. I just was like, oh yeah, that makes sense. I didn't
see.
think about it because it was so obvious. I guess.
loved that her team was all EVs. I was like, this was like
That's
my
cool.
dream as a kid to have every EV evolution on a team.
You know, you can still make that happen. You don't have to like.
I'm just
follow any
saying it's a lot of, but well, one. I mean, I destroyed her team, so that's the reason why you wouldn't. Okay, because Flareon ain't good. Although I think now you could probably get by with like Sylveon, Glaceon. Leafeon. I don't know if Leafeon's any good. I
Yeah, I
just
don't
know
know if any
Flareon
of
and
them are good.
Jolteon are not good.
They're pretty. I like
Vaporeon
looking at them.
can
I
be
want to
good.
pet them.
They're so cute. They're so pettable.
Hey, I
Vaporeon
wanted
is
her
my
backpack
favorite.
really badly.
I really thought in that game you could go buy her backpack, and the fact that you couldn't was pretty stupid.
Yep. So now, who gets the shout out for
I like-
you?
For me, it's Slippery Pond. I just think it's it's so funny and so well written, and Grace's voice is good. That's Grace Bruxner who developed the game, but she also sung that song, and it's great. It's on Spotify, I think.
I think I'm with you because it does keep getting stuck in my head. I love Penny's theme. It's wild. It's crazy. It's fun. But
It's wild. It's crazy. It's fun.
I didn't even play Frog Detective, and when I hear that song, I'm nostalgic for Frog Detective.
Oh my god!
And I'm like, yo, I want to hang out with the Frog Detective.
It's so good. It's so good. It's like simple but poignant. You know.
All right, let's do it.
All right, let's do it. Let's love Frog Detective 3: Slippery Pond.
So, biggest bop, shout out, Frog Detective 3, Slippery Pond.
Grace's
Rhythm
Rhythm
Corner.
Corner. Wow, good job. So you want me to start it and then you'll always be able to get it on point? That's impressive.
What?
Like you want, never mind.
Did I do good, or are you making fun of me?
No, you did do good. I literally said that's impressive.
Okay.
Okay. I wouldn't make fun. I would never say that's impressive. I didn't mean it.
Got
Unless I said it like this. That's impressive.
What if you said it like this? That's impressive.
I feel like that's still sincere, but there's a but at the end of it. That's impressive, but you did murder someone. You know, something like that.
Whoa.
I know. I didn't know what else to say. So these are rhythm games I played this year and liked, or
I threw one
just
in
played.
here. Classic Craig fashion. I had to throw one into your category too.
Okay, that's fine. You know, you get a little featurette. I played Everhood. That did not come out this year, but I really liked it. Hated the writing. Liked the game. Liked the rhythm game. And then I also played, which very recently came out, Melatonin. I really loved the presentation. I just feel like there wasn't enough variety in the music. I thought the games were cool. It was really trying to throw back to rhythm heaven, and I definitely saw that and felt that. But
And it was kind of like lo-fi beats to play Melatonin too, right?
to play rhythm games too, yeah. And I felt like, okay, the music just wasn't there for me entirely.
I mean, that's on brand for the name Melatonin.
I guess so. I just think if I'm going to play a rhythm game, I need it to really pop with the music.
That's true. You kind of need more energy in a rhythm game.
Yes, I would think.
But
it was good.
Fuser, yeah. Sorry.
User RIP.
Fuser, rest in peace. They're shutting that down. I think that's an amazing.
Does that mean you can't play it anymore? Or you just can't buy
you just
new
can't
songs?
buy new songs, and there's no online and whatever. I mean, you can still play it at least. But
You definitely played that game a lot, but not this year though, right?
no, but it's ending this year, so I just wanted to say
okay.
I wanted in memoriam.
This is the in memoriam part where
The
we
in-
play the
Oh,
video.
We should do an in memoriam part where we like talk about
Wait, that's kind of kind of mean to dead people.
why
I don't know,
They're
but people
dead. What do
did
they
die
care?
this year.
who
I'm not
like
saying.
6 people, like 6 celebrities
Only
went down in the last
six
like week.
people, dude. Only 6 people died this year. You don't have to make such a big
Everybody
deal out of it.
relax. No, Fuser's great. It's like just a tool or like a toy. It's
just
more of a
tool.
toy.
You're a tool.
Rude.
Sorry.
We're supposed to be celebrating, not
You're right.
contemplating.
I'll take back my negative energy. My favorite rhythm game this year, though, and listen, this is a shock to me, based on the fact there are fecal funnies in this game.
Ugh.
But the Trombone Champ, I think this game, at first it starts off, it's very goofy and stupid. And you're like, this is a funny bit. But then, like, I got so into it, I 100%ed the game. I got every achievement. I got good at it. And I was like, okay, this game kind of goes off. Anyway, good game.
Shout
Trombone
out
Champ.
Trombone Champ.
Now let me just say, it's not doing anything unique with the music exactly. There is, I think,
But-
some original songs, but most of them are royalty free, which is funny. It's fun, and I still enjoyed that because it's songs you knew,
Yeah.
like "God Save the King,"
And Oh Canada?
which they something funny in that game is there was "God Save the Queen," and then the Queen died after the game came out, like pretty quickly after the game came out, and they changed the lyrics in this song to "God Save the King." Thought that was
good.
kind of funny.
Is that like by royal decree? Like, do you have to
By
do that?
royal decree, trombone champ must adjust the lyric. No, I don't think it was by royal decree.
Now,
But
do you think Trombone Champ is your shout out this year because there wasn't like anything great? Like
there probably maybe there was, and I didn't know about it though.
Well, yeah, of what you played.
You know what's coming up next year for rhythm games?
Theat
Grace's
Rhythm.
Rhythm Anticipations. Theat Rhythm.
500
Dude,
songs.
when I saw, because I had been like, ever since okay, let me just back it up. I love Theat Rhythm from the first one to Curtain Call, had them both on my 3DS. I was like, dude, when are they gonna bring back Theat Rhythm? And then they're doing it, dude. I'm so excited. And they're adding like Final Fantasy VII Remake songs to it.
That's exciting.
I'm so into it. To be honest, I didn't even beat all of the Final Fantasy games, but I still think it's so good as a rhythm game. It's fun. And you can get into the music. You'll find something you like in there.
You didn't beat all the Final Fantasy games. You
I
have to play
know.
Final Fantasy to care. You mean
Well, maybe it would help.
what? No, music is music.
Fair
I
enough.
didn't play Frog Detective, and that's my shout out for 2022.
They are adding some like, isn't it like Nier songs to it? There's some DLC for Nier, I believe they're adding to it, and maybe some other game. Anyway, don't care about
the
that.
base
but
game has like 300 songs, and then you can get one pack of DLC for 400 songs, and then there's another one that's another 100. It's crazy.
I'm so
There's a lot of music.
excited. I like that there's like an RPG element in Theat Rhythm. So
Is
you
there? That's
level
cool.
up your characters as you go because there's moves they can do in the like battle portion of the rhythm game.
Are there hats?
I don't know if they're no, not in
Are
the
you listening,
originals,
Square Enix? There better be hats.
but maybe in the sequel. Who knows?
If you want 2023 shout out for Grace's Rhythm Corner,
yeah,
you
do
better
you
put
care?
hats.
Because if you don't put hats, I mean, to be honest, it probably will still win because I don't know what else is coming. I mean, there
You
might be
never
other
know.
stuff.
There'll be something.
When's Rhythm Heaven coming back? That's the real damn question.
Maybe Tuba Chump.
Dude, Tuba Chump. Trombone Champ sequel, Tuba Chump. That's funny. Good job.
Continuing the oral categories.
Oral?
Oral. I love that word.
Oral, dude.
Nope, it's not my mouth.
Oh.
That's right.
Got me there.
Oral.
I still think that sounds wrong. It sounds like you're like, you got something stuck in your throat. Oral.
Oral.
Okay.
Oral.
Anyway.
Animal noise of the year.
Meow.
Woof.
Oh, well, I realize there's a meow in the thing, and now I feel bad. Okay,
Yeah,
well, the
you
first one
spoiled it.
is the Stray dedicated meow button.
A game that has a dedicated meow button is always gonna rock it to the top.
I mean, if you're a game that you play as an animal and you
don't
don't have a
have a-
dedicated animal noise button, that's weird, you know?
Yeah.
You know what I noticed? And I don't know how I feel about this. And I think we've talked about it before. But do you remember, this is still going on,
Do
the
you
Twitter
remember?
account, Can You Pet the Dog in This Game? We know about this, right?
Everyone knows about this.
So I just started a new game today called Chained Echoes, and I'm about an hour in.
Did you pet the
and
dog?
I pet a dog. And I was thinking, right? Games are not allowed now, almost.
To
It's
not.
not that they're not allowed. It's that they know that they're going to get the Can You Pet the Dog bump. If at some point, especially in the beginning portion, right,
You
where
pet
they can get to, they're not going
Yep.
to play the whole game, then they'll get that screenshot, they'll get the bump from that tweet account. And it does bother me a little bit because it makes me feel it is less pure. It is less
it
wholesome.
sucks me out of the game. I'll
It
tell
did.
you that.
It definitely did, considering I literally pet that dog and I was like, huh, but they
Yeah, you
put that
can.
in there for a reason. Like, it's like, okay, I don't know. Do you know what I mean?
I do, because I feel the same way.
It feels like they do it for capitalistic intentions and not for the art.
I think it's cute to pet the animal.
Yes,
right?
I'm not disagreeing.
But every time I do it, I start thinking about the Twitter account. Like, I just want to do it because I love the animal.
I just want to pet the animal and not think about Twitter. Is
Yeah.
that possible? No. Okay, anyway, moving on.
Moving on, Splatoon talking. Those are animals, right? Kind of.
No. No, I'm just kidding.
I really like the way they sound, but again, just like the music, I just think it's part of the total package. It's not necessarily like that great. Like, it's kind of Animal Crossing-y. Yeah, but I like it. It's cool.
It's cool. He
It's
likes
cool. I need games to bring back announcers saying
Like Smash
stuff.
Brothers?
Yes. I want
Princess Peach.
Yeah, exactly. When I select my character, I want you to say the name.
Yes.
When I select my stage or the battle, like single player, I want all of that. And Marvel Snap doesn't fully have that, but when you upgrade your cards in Marvel Snap, which by the way is a pretty dang good card game, when you upgrade it, the only thing that upgrades is cosmetics.
Even better than Solitaire, dude.
Solitaire blows. The upgrades are purely cosmetic, which is cool. And the first one you can do from a basic card to the next is called a frame break. And the announcer, I mean, I guess I'll just play it, right? The announcer goes, frame break.
That was a good impression. You don't even need to play it.
Okay, cool.
Thanks.
Why
You're
don't
welcome.
why don't we let the listeners compare?
Okay, let the listener
Now
decide.
here's the real one.
Frame break.
Could you tell who was who?
Well, yeah, because you said it. But I think our favorite this year, it goes to science.
Raw science.
I don't care about the raw part.
Well,
Cut
that's
that
part
out.
of it. That's why you kind of have to. Yeah, but it's the science.
And grounded.
Grounded.
Science.
That's when you pick up the
Let me
raw
guess.
science.
What do you pick up?
Well, it's kind of hard to describe because when you see that in the game, you're like, what the hell is the pink glowing blob?
Well, that's
It's
raw
kinda-
science.
Can I just say, stupid.
Yeah.
Like, why could they think of another object to pick up that gave you
A beaker.
skill points?
Why can't it be a beaker?
Just anything. I guess I can understand from the point of like design where it's very visible
I
and
like
like
the
very
visibility
obvious,
of it.
right?
That's why I like it.
That's fair. If it was like a book on the ground, you probably wouldn't notice.
I never see it.
You know what? I take it back. Smart.
This is smart.
Okay, that's our animal noise of the year. And yes, people are animals. Don't object.
Yeah.
Most
anticipated.
anticipated.
This
This
is
is
a
our
game.
wow.
That we're most anticipating.
What the hell is Lightyear Frontier? What
That is.
What the Lightyear Frontier?
So Lightyear Frontier is like a Stardew Valley co-op robot. You're a robot and you're on a planet.
Listen, I don't
And you're
trust
farming.
I don't know if I trust Stardew Valley likes anymore, bro.
It's not Stardew Valley like. I just meant it's a farmer game. It's not even 2D. It's 3D.
All right.
So I might like it.
You know, now that you said the robot part, I do remember this
Yeah.
trailer.
I think it looks interesting.
Is this a wholesome game?
Not really. I mean, yes, technically. You know what else is wholesome? Diablo 4.
Definitely not. But I'm also actually excited for this because it
Everyone
could be
is
our
saying it's
first
good.
Diablo game that we both haven't played, so we could actually go back to trying to play a Diablo game together.
Yeah, our Diablo experience is well documented here on Saves Together. I played the crap out of Diablo 3, and then we tried to play it together, and because it was like old hat to me, I was kind of rushing. So this is our chance to play a Diablo together.
Diablo's Redemption.
Diablo 4. And
4.
also everyone, like the people who have been playing it and getting hands on it say it's really good. And I
Really?
think it does look good from the trailers.
Most anticipated.
The
Has
shout
to be.
out has to go to, come on guy, you know. You
Come
know,
on,
say
come
it at
on,
home,
come
say
on,
it with
come
us.
on, guy, you know. Baldur's
Baldur's
Gate 3.
Gate 3.
Baldur's Gate 3.
Baldur's Gate 3.
Baldur's Gate 3.
Baldur's Gate 3.
It's actually coming out.
It's
all,
actually coming out.
we're all shocked.
We're all shocked.
We told our families, and they're happy for us now.
I called my mom crying. This finally has a date. I can play it now.
Because it's been out in beta for like 2 years at
2 or
least.
3 years, I feel like, yeah.
Not 3.
You know, unfortunately, next year's S rank is probably already decided, right?
No, man. Don't
just-
say that.
Are we setting
dude.
expectations too high?
Yeah. I think, honestly, I literally think you are. Because let me say something. This is not Divinity, okay? This is like D&D
It's even
rules.
better. It's
Now,
D&D rules,
gonna
so
be
I
worse.
understand it now.
No, I'm going to be pissed. I'm going to be pissed.
I rolled a 1.
Exactly. It's going to piss me off, but I'm excited. I'm excited because there's a vampire in it.
There's a hot
okay?
spider dad.
There's a hot vampire in it, and that's enough for
Yeah.
me to play a game.
Very excited. I will try to temper my expectations, but just
I think
know
that's worth doing.
I'm bouncing off the walls, ready to play this game.
Can't believe I spent so long playing Vampire Survivors. He did. I didn't. He did. Right?
You just...
I'm going in what order I like.
Okay, yeah. That's fine. I thought you gave away the winner for a second, but you did
No,
not.
I did not. I would never.
Yes, I play a ton of Vampire Survivors. I really like it. It's a game that it didn't create a genre. We understand that it just stole its ideas from someone else. But guess what? This
Guess
is
what?
the one that hit.
Guess what? Craig is cool with stealing. He used to steal too, dude.
Everybody should
He
steal.
supports stealing. Unless it's art.
I actually don't. Yeah.
Sorry, this is a joke. Craig would never
never.
plagiarize. Would you plagiarize in school? Did you ever do that?
Why? Of course.
Did you
the
really?
The reason I'm here today is from plagiarism.
Dude, can I tell you a story about how it happened to me? It really pissed me off.
Someone plagiarized off you, and then they said that you plagiarized off them.
Wait, do you know what it was that they plagiarized off of me?
An essay.
No.
It was homework.
No, I had I was a computer science minor, okay? And it was a code for something. And someone I worked with who was an acquaintance said, "Hey, I finished my code, but can I just look at yours just to make sure?" And me, listen, I am naive and I don't know how to lie. So I assume people are not lying to me. Do not take advantage of me if you know this. So I let him see my code.
What?
And he submitted it as his own. And I remember I was so hurt. I was so upset.
Block the mic. Block the microphone.
Why? I can't. Can I
want to find this fucker?
Dude, I mean, I found him. I knew where we were. He worked with me. That was the craziest thing. Bro, you work with me. If you're listening to this right now, dude.
Listen here,
I'm
Pat.
still mad. But you know what was good? My professor.
What was his role in the job?
He was the bartender in the back.
Bartenders in the back would do that.
This is at a restaurant. But anyway, my professor was called me in and he was like, we're gonna have to I forget what it was called. They had a board of people you would go in front of to see if they would suspend you. But I was really upset. He was like, Grace, I know you're a good student. I know you would not do this. So I trust that you're not the one who plagiarized here. And I was like, I swear to God, I'm not. So I got out. I'm just
stupid, man. I'm just stupid.
I literally don't know what happened to him. I hope he got expelled. I'm just kidding.
I mean,
it was messed up. It was sad.
You know what sucks about that is when I would plagiarize, I either was copying off people who weren't covering their test, and you're supposed to sit in that position where you huddle over it and hide your shit, or it was me and somebody who were in on it together. Let's just put the same answers.
You know what? That's okay to me because it's consensual cheating.
That was full blown stealing. That was Ocean's 13.
Dude, I know.
I can't believe it.
Hurt.
Now I am upset that you are so naive. And you were tricked so easily.
I'm okay with being someone who's trusting. However, I feel like I would never do that again. I certainly learned my lesson. But I do take people at their word. Okay, I still do that.
At least there was no negative repercussions on your end.
Yes, thank God. So sorry, moving on.
Anyways, speaking of that.
Speaking of cats.
Calico. This is a game that was one of those wholesome games. And every time I saw the trailer, I was like, that thing looks like puke.
Dude,
stop. I never want to play that in my life. And then it came to Game Pass, and I was like, hey, look, I'm going to play the ugly game. And then I accidentally played it for 3 days straight, and I couldn't stop playing it. And Calico is pretty good, and you should all go play Calico.
It's on Game Pass, right?
If you're into,
cats
and,
being cute.
Yes. And, riding bunnies.
Craig is into that.
And I'm really into all of those things.
And it looked cute. It's
cute. Good. It does stuff that's I can just fly now. This is a floating animal.
It seems
now.
like they really took some liberties that most games won't take.
Yes.
And I respect that.
I respect everything they did, and I didn't finish it. I still think about it.
There was an update. There was a big update coming out. Did you see? They're doing some quality of life stuff.
Oh no! Don't fix it. It's good the way it is. I like how
they're gonna make it better. They're doing more mini games for the recipes or something. No, they're adding those. I
just want to keep throwing the giant ingredients that makes no sense, but I love it.
Okay, so then you also played a lot of Pokemon Legends Arceus. I stopped when I beat the game.
Yeah, you beat the game. You saw credits.
And I was like, I'm good.
And then I went and I completed the Pokedex. And for some people, that's
maniac behavior.
What? I am the Pokemaniac of the house.
Unhinged behavior.
On this podcast, I am the Pokemaniac.
Why are you always so proud of that? It's not that cool.
I think it's cool.
I disagree. Actually, I'm very cool to my friends.
Most of my friends say I'm pretty cool, so
fair enough. And they say it because you love Pokemon.
They're like, wait a minute,
so
dude,
much.
do you have a 5-star shiny?
Dude, can you get me some eggs?
I could get you eggs. If you need eggs, hey, anybody. If
Craig
will
lay an egg for you.
I'll lay an egg for you. It's the first Pokemon game that I completed the Pokedex. I know that it's not a real game. It's not like the mainline games, but I don't know. I liked it. I had fun.
And then, so the winner, the shout out. The biggest shout out, the biggest yelling goes to 2 Point Campus, which I played. And let me just say, great game. It was on Game Pass. I played 2 Point Hospital, and that was okay. I didn't really like it that much. I felt like I couldn't fix everyone's giant heads or whatever it was, clown diseases. But 2 Point Campus, I think it just hit different. Like there was more customization. It was interesting to me trying to like theme colleges around like here's the tech college, this is the art college. I really liked the challenges. I got super good at it, and I like tried to like 3-star everything, and I beat the whole game, and I really liked it.
Yeah.
And I might go back to it because my friend was saying there's a Christmas theme challenge, and I was like, ooh, maybe.
What
I
do you
go
like?
back.
Elf school?
She said Krampus is somewhere. Krampus is there.
Oh, Krampus.
Oh, that Krampus.
Oh, that Krampus.
I remember him from.
Hey, is there like a whole sports team thing, or could they add that as DLC?
There is a sports team thing.
Okay.
Like there's cheese ball. So if your school is a cheese ball school, then you have like,
Dumb idiots that you have to like put through class.
Oh my god, stop. Oh, you know what else? There's also like medieval school, like knight. You can become a knight. So I like
Knight
that they got really like goofy with that stuff. It was very fun.
To be fair, clown disease isn't real, so 2 Point Hospital also was
right.
goofy.
I know, but I didn't think it was as fun. I think this was more fun for me.
Yeah.
Can't wait to start.
This is a game that we just can't wait to start.
What can I say? Self-explanatory. So runner-ups.
But it means that the game is already out. So it's not most anticipated where the game's not released yet. It's a game that we literally could start playing right now. We just haven't yet, and we're excited to get to it.
So true, Drew. So runners up.
Thanks, Frank.
Escape Room Simulator, which we heard is good if you like Escape Room Academy, which we did.
Yeah.
So more escape rooms.
More escape rooms. I'm in. Let's give that a shot.
I'm doing an IRL escape room next week.
Are you excited? Do you think
I am, but I'm also nervous.
Do you think you're gonna just like crush it? Because like you've got gamer brain.
I know I do have gamer brain, but like I feel like sometimes that can mess you up.
What if you accidentally solve the whole thing in like 2 minutes and everyone's
It
like,
won't
"Why did we come here?"
That won't happen, dude. Do IRL escape
Pretend
rooms.
to be stupid.
Pretend to be
dumb
stupid.
for a
I
little
already
bit
do.
while you're actually solving it, and then just like in like 5 minutes, put it all together.
Guys, I figured.
Wait a minute.
I feel that'd be so suspenseful. Also, another game, Goat Simulator 3. I really want to play this.
I'm excited to play that.
Could be dumb as hell, but
that's I'm kind of in for that right
Doesn't
now.
it have local split screen?
I thought it did. I don't know. We'll have to look into it.
Pretty sure it does.
But it does have co-op, which is what matters.
Wait,
here
what?
On Saves
Oh
Together.
yeah, co-op. Yes, of course.
But the shout out goes to
River City Girls 2.
If you're a longtime listener, you know how much we loved River City Girls 1.
Yeah.
We have not played River City Girls 0, and I don't intend to.
Okay. I know nothing about it. Isn't that like the
it's
original
like
version?
It's like the old one.
Okay.
Yeah. And I think they tweaked a couple things. I don't know.
River City Girls 2, though, excited to try.
Excited
I liked
to play as the
1.
boyfriends. And there's also like a new, like, she looks tough. There's like a new girl. I don't know her name, but she looks like she could kick my ass. So I kind of want to try her out.
Okay.
I'm excited. I am excited to play that one.
That's going to be fun.
This is probably one of the first episodes, I would assume.
Yeah.
Coming to 2023, more Saves Together.
At a store near you. Sickest Trick.
This is a category for me to talk about extreme sports games because I really like them a lot. Tinykin is not technically an extreme sports game, but you know what it has?
What?
It's got a bar of soap that you can ride like a surfboard snowboard, and then you can grind down rails on it, and it's very fun. So that's a shout out to that, but it's not a winner.
Okay.
Goldengo, the Pokemon. The Gimme Ghoul evolution after you've collected 999 Gimme Ghoul coins.
In Scarlet and Violet.
In Pokemon Scarlet and Violet. He's a snowboarder?
He's a snowboarder?
His Pokédex entry is an image of him riding like a golden snowboard. I don't know
what he reminds me of? The mascots from like the early 2000s for like Go-Gurt and Gushers.
Cheese. It's just like String Cheese.
I'm just saying.
That String Cheese guy for sure rode a snowboard.
Okay. Wait, so there was a real String Cheese guy in real life?
Grace.
I thought you made it.
Grace. Go to Google right now and just search String Cheese mascot. He's exactly this thing.
What year? Oh my god.
Well, that's
Wait,
Goldengo.
See, this is Goldengo, but this guy.
Yes. So like he's like 1-to-1.
Oh my god. They plagiarized, bro. This is stealing. This is just like Vampire Survivors.
Maybe Game Freak has never had a String Cheese. It's
Well-
a quinky dink.
Crazy. So there you go.
Session, the skateboarding simulator, had a full release, so I just wanted to shout that out quick. But the Saves Together shout out goes to Shredders, a snowboarding game that came out on Xbox and Windows. I don't know if it was other places. I played it on Xbox. It is basically the skate or session of snowboarding. It's relatively realistic, in quotes. I'm sure you can do quadruple, double, triple flips that you can't do in real life. But for the most part, it feels like you're really doing snowboarding tricks, and it's not like a SSX arcade thing. It's like real snowboarding, and I had a ton of fun playing it. I played a lot of it. I beat it. I go back to it once in a while. They just did a new update. If you're into snowboarding or extreme sports or just doing cool flips, you should check out Shredders Saves Together's 2022 Sickest Trick.
Can I just say, if I die and I've never skied or snowboarded, I'm cool with that.
We should go snowboarding.
No.
Okay.
I would ski. I don't think I would snowboard.
Of the year.
You know what scares me? I saw a story about these people who got stuck on a ski lift. I'm really scared about that. I'm also scared of ski lifts.
I don't know how to help you with this. I'm just a guy.
Okay.
There are professionals that can help you.
I don't need a professional. I'm just not gonna ski. Okay, ready?
But do you want to be like the snow bunny? Like you could just be
What?
back at the lodge drinking hot chocolate.
Yes.
And
Where's
then like
the hot
I come
tub?
in and I do, and then while you're in the hot tub, there's like a railing on like the deck that the hot tub's on, and I
Uh-huh.
come by and I just like board slide that, and like we
I
high
toss
five.
you a hot chocolate. Oh, okay.
No, I don't want you to toss hot chocolate at me. That sounds scary. Maybe like hold up like a whiskey bottle or something that's like closed.
Ooh, edgy.
I mean, like it's gotta be okay. A Red Bull. Hold a Red Bull up. I'm
There
gonna
you
come
go.
by. I'm
Hold
gonna
a string
board
cheese
slide the
up.
rail
String
and a string
cheese.
cheese. Red Bull and a string cheese and a Slim Jim. Give me a little basket, picnic basket.
Okay, like
I
a
grab
care
the picnic
packet.
basket and then I do like a 360 and I open the string cheese and I don't even string it.
I can
just
see this. I can see this in my head.
Me too. I've been thinking about it every day of my
This
life.
is an ad for string cheese.
Anytime it snows, I think about this.
There's like someone in the hot tub. Wait, really?
Yeah.
You think about your ad for string cheese when it snows?
Yeah.
It still hasn't snowed in New York City.
It snowed a little bit the other
Not
day.
real. It didn't
Right
stick.
now, it is raining in a way that suggests it could turn to snow.
Maybe one day. Not this day. Not this year.
Someday.
Not this year. Okay. Fishing,
Fishing
mechanic of the year. A lot of them.
There's
There
a lot of
always
fishing
are.
mechanics this year.
The ones I played, just real quickly, Rune Factory 5, normal fishing mechanic. The one switcher upper is sometimes you can call someone in the town to come help you with the fishing, and you get a better fish. I don't know, not that great. Call to the Lamb. I almost never fished in this game. I think I did one time, and it seemed like it was just to like do a quest, but I didn't really use the fish, so can't speak much to that one. And then Harvestella, which is a game I did not beat, but there is a fishing mechanic. I used it somewhat, but these were all really basic.
Really basic.
Really basic. That was
Really
like a
basic.
press A when you feel the rumble fishing mechanic. You
Now, I
know?
think that's the default. That's good.
I'm not trying to say if it's basic, it's bad, but I'm trying to say that it's basic. Just know it. Just know that.
Yeah, but you know what happened? This year I played 2 games with fishing mechanics.
That's crazy, man.
Disney's Dreamlight Valley had a fishing mechanic that was also, it felt basic. It was easy, which is good. Here's what I need out of a fishing mechanic. I need it to be easy. I need it to
I
not...
don't.
I don't want to fail at fishing ever.
Okay, but what about Stardew Valley fishing?
How did that one work again?
You have to keep the bobber in the green area,
I
and it
think
goes
that's
up
actually
and
good.
down.
That's very good.
It's kind of fun, right?
Yeah. But
And
if you're
then-
gonna just do classic
okay.
like ring expands and you hit A, or when the thing vibrates,
What do
hit
you
A.
think about the really quick Final Fantasy 15's fishing mechanic? Remember that?
No. What was that one?
It was a little more complicated. I don't remember, but
Once you get too complicated, I start to lose interest. Sea of Thieves has fishing, and what happens there is it's so long. You just kind of hold your thing there, and then like fighting the fish to get it back in takes forever,
that's not fun.
and that is not fun.
I feel
That's
like
like, what is this, real fishing?
Too
Ugh.
long is definitely not what you want.
Yeah. Okay, maybe I don't necessarily need it to be too easy. I just like, it needs to be fast and snappy if I succeed.
Yes, I'm with you there.
But the winner, the shout out this year is a game I played, Sonic Frontiers, because you legitimately can beat the game by only fishing. Because when you fish, you get points for the things you catch, and those points you can spend on all of the collectibles in the collectathon. Like literally all of them, I'm pretty sure. So I can get keys, I don't have to play any of the levels. I can get hearts, so I don't have to do any of the like finding missions to help the characters in each level. You can get stat points, so you can increase your Sonic stats, because I don't really
Your
understand.
Sonic? You mean Sonic?
Well, it's my Sonic,
No.
because he's hanging. It's like he's
No.
mine.
No.
Yeah, it wins
Sonic's
because
not
I
owned
think
by
it's
anybody.
hilarious that you can that fishing is so OP. You can beat the game pretty much by just fishing.
Crazy.
You get so many coins, like you are rewarded so well for fishing that if you're not fishing, if you're playing that game right now and you're not fishing, get over there to Big the Cat. He needs you. And
Big
you
the
need
Cat
him.
needs you to fish for your country.
You
You gotta
gotta try
try
this.
this. I played a game over the break called Little Gator Game, and it's so cute. You gotta try it.
You gotta try
You
it.
gotta try it. Especially
You
if you like
gotta try
Zelda. Do you like Zelda Breath of the Wild? Do you like Zelda at all? Yes, you do. So try it. Do you like little gators? You do.
You do.
So try it. Do you like cute stories that you can't take fall damage when you jump off giant mountains? You do. So
Do you
try
like
it.
games that have one of the best swimming animations I've ever seen?
Do you like games with a dedicated ragdoll button?
Oh.
You do.
Legitimately though, yeah.
Yes.
Legitimately
you
though,
do.
more games need that.
Absolutely. Anyway, try out Little Gator Game. It came out pretty recently this month on Switch, so I really liked it. Connect Tank, that was a little more of a unique, like definitely a deep cut.
You should try that. It was episode 76
Yeah.
that we played. You should really play Connect Tank. Just find out if you like it.
Mhm.
It's unique. It's a little grindy,
You probably won't play that much of it, but it's fun.
but it's fun. It's nice
Yeah.
for a little while.
And then Vampire Survivors. I mean, I was against putting this on the list because it felt like everyone and their mom plays my grandma plays Vampire Survivors at this point. I'm just
And
kidding.
I'm making sure that people are playing it because I'm telling
Make
them,
sure
guys,
that people know.
go there right now. Go
It's
play
even
this.
on your phone now. You know,
even
it's
on your
for
phone
free.
now. Stop doing drugs and start playing Vampire Survivors.
Get off of Twitter, delete TikTok, ban Instagram, burn Facebook, and play Vampire Survivors.
But do log into Pokemon Go because I need you to send me gifts.
But the biggest shout out goes to Grounded, which, yes, it was death by 1,000 cuts. Yes, I did get angry and want to destroy the computer. Yes, a spider killed me 1,000,000 times. However, it was interesting. It was a cool world. I wanted to play more, but it made me angry, and I felt for my mental health I could not. However, you might be more calm, so you should try Grounded.
Yeah, I think that's a great category for this
Yeah.
shout out.
You gotta try it. It's on Game Pass, right?
It's an Xbox developed game, so it should be on there forever.
Forever, he says. Well, you
Forever.
can take Craig's word for it, and if one day it disappears, you come back and you
let us know
beat
that I
us
was
up.
wrong. And you beat me up.
Yeah, don't beat him up. I'm just kidding. I would not condone violence on this holiest of holy nights.
The greatest night in gaming, the fanciest day.
The fancy is a
Saves
new
together.
word you haven't used for this before. I appreciate it though.
Well, because
it doesn't feel
fanciest
that
night
fancy.
in gaming is the Game Awards.
What?
The Game Awards is the
You think
fanciest
that's
night
a
in gaming.
fancy night?
Grace, you have to wear a suit and you have to
You don't have to, dude.
You should though.
You don't have to.
You have to wear a suit and a nice dress and a cool necklace, and then you get on the stage and you're like, yes, video games, you know.
Mm-hmm. So you're saying this is the fanciest, but
No, but so this is the greatest night.
okay, greatest night in
Save
gaming.
Together shout-outs is the greatest night
I
in
think
gaming.
that Keeley prefers greatest rather than fanciest.
But he needs to then put out a better product because we are.
Wow.
It's just the truth. You can ask the people.
Wow. I don't
We
care about Game of the Year. Sorry. It was good. I saw Hades 2 trailer at Game of the Year. That was fun.
Yeah, last year we did a recap of the Game Awards.
Did we? That's right. We used to do E3 recaps too.
But
we suck at this. Okay, well, the first one, not the winner, but it might as well be because we
suck at this.
It's played out, but let me just say it's not my fault for sucking at this. I blame the game, okay?
I think that you suck, and you haven't accepted it.
Wow.
I've accepted that
No,
I suck at
I
it.
actually do accept my faults though.
Well, that's why it's getting the shout out for We Suck at This, because that's a game that you probably will like. A lot
What?
of people like Played Up.
Played up? Oh, yeah, they do. You know what I think it is? I think I have trauma from working in the restaurant industry. I don't need to relive that in a game unless it's Diner Dash, okay?
Which we haven't Oh, Dino Dash. Cook, Serve, Delicious. Those are co-op, I'm pretty sure. So we should maybe check those out.
No, dude, I told you
they're gonna
about,
give us PTSD. Like, I'm gonna...
Cook Serve Delicious. I told you, right? It stressed me out so bad I immediately stopped playing. I tried Cook Serve Delicious.
I believe it, dude. I'm scared of
and
that
I was
game.
really, I was scared. I was scared about how fast people needed drinks.
But Played Up is not the shout-out recipient. Recipient.
There you go. Struggling.
Guys,
But
I
I
know you
think-
listened to the episode and we realized halfway through, like, well, it is called struggling.
I was gonna say, I think to be fair, I think you're actually supposed to suck at this, but valid enough, we still did.
But we did.
And I actually kind of hate sucking at that game.
Yes, I hate sucking at that game.
I think I actually hate sucking at any game. I'm not gonna lie. I think I actually stop playing games if I suck at them, kind of.
I do. That's for sure.
Unless you feel... Now, do you think that's a fault of the game or a personal fault?
Personal fault,
Disagree.
but also a fault of the game.
Disagree. I think
I'm unable to get over it.
Games should have curves and they should be gentle.
Yes, but let's talk like fighting games.
I just don't
Just
play those.
because you're getting your ass kicked at Smash Brothers
Smash Brothers?
doesn't mean the game is bad.
No, I know
Or that you should stop playing. Like, you do have to keep going to get
feel like-
good, as they say.
Yeah, but I feel like the solution with Smash Brothers is if someone's kicking your ass, just stop playing with them. You know what I mean? Like, play with someone else. Play with your little cousin.
Yeah, I have to only play exclusively like 6-year-olds.
I play with this.
Because once they get to
so I
like
can feel good about
10
myself.
or 11, I can't do it anymore.
Exactly.
They're like Minecraft Steve and they're building houses. I'm just like, I'm just trying
They're
to
in
stab you.
Fortnite and they're building a house over me and trap me in walls.
Fortnite guy should be in Smash Brothers. That's the ultimate
Holy
double
shit.
crossover.
You're right.
I know that we're apparently done with DLC, but what if
Sakurai
one
is
day...
done with game development in general, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, I think he said
he's sick of it.
semi-retired. His YouTube channel. Everybody check out Sakurai's YouTube channel.
You've told me to do it so many times. I've
It is
never looked
so
at it.
good. It's about game design. If you're not actually into the design of games and stuff, it's not going to
I mean,
interest you.
we have
It's
a
great.
literal podcast based around design of games, but okay.
Yeah. Okay, sorry, that was the proverbial you.
Oh, okay. I take back my offense. Pizza Party Game of the Year. I hope people appreciate how little pause was in between that. They may not know. They think that would have been
this is
edited.
That
That was raw.
This has all been raw. There's been no edits this whole episode.
There's not been one edit.
Now they think there was an edit between that one.
Damn it. All right. This is going bad. Let's move on. Golf with Your Friends Pizza Party Pack. We haven't played it, so I object to it being on this list.
But I put it on here because it's literally a pizza
This
pack.
is like you advertising for them.
Good. They paid me. Sponsors of the day is Golf with Your Friends. Listen, you can get the little table that comes in your big pizza that holds the cardboard box
Yes.
up. You can get that, and your little golf ball can wear that.
They don't do that anymore, I don't think.
I love it.
Do
It's a
they-
waste of plastic.
I miss the
How
little
often did the
tables.
cardboard collapse and touch your pizza?
Was that really the reason?
What else is it for? It's not a little table like we all
I
fought
thought it was
over it.
like I don't know. I actually
We thought
don't
it was a
know.
little table in like kindergarten, and we would fight to get the little table.
Are you telling a real story?
Yes. Like
That's
probably first, second, or
insane.
third grade. It was elementary school, and every Friday was Pizza Friday, naturally. You could get a regular milk or a chocolate milk.
Naturally.
And like, the idea of milk and pizza is off-putting. But for some reason, every Friday, it was the most hype thing you could do.
I think Pizza Fridays should be abolished. Okay?
Why?
I think it's ruining pizza for most people.
What are you talking about?
I think if you eat too much pizza.
Stop.
He hates when I decree Pizza Fridays. I told you about my Pizza Friday experience, and it was traumatic.
What was it?
When I worked at a certain company, and they made us eat pizza
Oh, that
every
is
Friday.
traumatic. Listen, I'm not saying you should be forced to eat
And
pizza.
it was bad pizza too, which is how did you even find that in this city? How
Maybe
did
that
you
was a
find the
joke.
one
Was
bad
that a bit
pizza
the whole
place?
time? That it
What
was
was
like
the bit? No.
it's pretty funny to force people to eat bad pizza in New York.
It is fun. It's funny if you're not having to eat the pizza, okay? But now I can't even look at pizza sometimes without thinking about that.
This upsets me, and I feel bad. We need to move on.
Okay. Stardew Valley, the board game.
That's a pizza party game.
That's a pizza party of a certain variety.
You'll know if it's a pizza party game for you.
You will. It was fun though. It was
that's
fun.
a fun board game.
It just
and
takes a really long time.
I think that was our first board game for Saves Together.
Yeah, not our first board game ever, but yes.
I've
we,
never
we
played
play
a
board,
board
games. Connect Tank, I guess.
Connect Tank, I think, would be good as a pizza party game
It's not
because
super hype. Can you do 4 people? I feel like that would matter a lot
That I don't know.
to the pizza party game experience.
We'll just get a small pizza.
Played Up is the winner, though.
Played Up is the
shout
winner,
out.
despite us not really liking that game.
Despite us sucking, we'll just watch our friends play and eat the pizza.
While I'm busy eating pizza, they're go
plating
and
up.
play the game, and they're plating up, and they're succeeding, and it's great, and it seems like a good
does
time.
it have local? No, it does. It does. Yeah. I think that would be really fun in person. So
Yes.
yeah.
It's a pizza party game because it's not too serious. It's a little chaotic. You need that chaos to go with the marinara sauce.
Mm-hmm. Now we're gonna move on to our new categories. Really exciting, right? These are all the new ones.
I think all the new ones start now, and then we'll go back to like the.
Okay, go back to the bigger one.
You know the ones. The one you're here for.
If you know, right? Protagonists we want to put in our pocket. In our pocket. So this is a category that really reflects off of protagonists I want to put in my pocket. Exactly what I said. Okay,
no explanation needed.
It is what it is, dude.
It is what it is, and if you don't get it, you're not gonna get it.
Yeah, right, exactly. You should just skip 30 seconds ahead.
Just skip 30 seconds. These are little guys.
These are guys I want to put in my pocket. And none of them win, they all win. They all win, so none of them win. Garden Story, the little grape. You know, that guy's a little grape. Now, I would have to be careful if I patted the pocket, he might explode. Wouldn't want to touch the pocket at all at this point.
Who's patting their pockets, though? No one
Making
does
sure
that.
they're still there. You're like,
That's
did anyone jump out? Turnip Boy commits tax evasion. Turnip Boy, I don't know if he would squish as easy. Do turnips squish?
No, they're pretty hard.
They are hard. Little Gator Game, obviously. I have to keep him away from the fruits and veggies, but he would be in there. Cult of the Lamb. He's so cute. I love the art design of that game. I think is great. Probably the best thing about the game. And I love the protagonist. The little lamb is just adorable. What a most adorable cult leader award. Of course, obviously.
Yep. Shout out best cult leader.
Then lastly, yeah, you had to bring him along. Frog Detective, obviously. His name is Frog Detective. Don't get it messed up.
He's gonna solve them.
He will. He's the second greatest detective.
Is the first Sherlock?
The first is Lobster Cop. So
okay, right.
Right. Obviously. Next, right? Wait.
So
can't find it.
They all win.
They all win.
They all win.
They're all winners in my heart and in my pocket. Craig's birthday party sleepover guest list. This is kind of a companion to protagonists we want to put in our pocket that we felt, well, they wouldn't fit in the pocket. I wouldn't put it in my pocket, but I do want to invite them to my sleepover party.
These are guys I want to hang out with so bad. That I'm sending him a little letter that says, hey, what are you doing on October 2nd?
Damn, you just told everyone your birthday. You kind of doxed yourself.
There are 365 days a year, and there are 8 billion people on the planet. Go ahead, use that information.
Use that. I dare you.
I use my name. I say my name. And you could just find me.
These days, people just tell everyone everything about themselves on the internet. Back when I was a kid, all I knew is if I gave someone my real name, they would come to my house, they would kidnap me, they would force me to be some sort of slave.
There's a chance I get a birthday present if everyone knows my birthday.
I guess that triumphs over your safety.
But enough
You're
about
right.
me.
Enough about me.
Let's talk about them. The boys I want to invite to my birthday party sleepover.
Boys used, I feel, in a gender neutral way.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
In this situation.
Despite the fact that they are all boys. That was just kind of by
Feels
accident.
sexist of you. No, I would say the last one is not a boy. We'll get there when we get there.
Big Man, the best Splatoon guy.
Okay.
Also, no, the reason this is not that they don't fit in pockets, it's because they're not protagonists.
That too.
That was kind of
But
part
I
of
would
it.
say Big Man wouldn't fit in your pocket, dude.
He wouldn't. I would wear him like a backpack.
The kind of protagonists I'm going to put in our pocket, they do have to be little guys.
They got to be little guys. These are generally going to be the bigger guys, sort of.
Yeah.
Big Man from Splatoon. I love that guy. I just want to be curled up in him.
Aw, like a blanket, like a burrito.
Big the Cat.
Continuing with the big theme.
My favorite Sonic character. And you didn't believe me. And we got in a little...
I believed you, but...
Yeah, I believe
I didn't feel like you were being sincere.
Do you believe me now that I've invited him to my birthday party sleepover?
I believe you now. Yeah.
Ratatosker, one of the coolest squirrels I've ever seen.
From God of War.
From God of War. Also in God of War, the mushroom guys that are walking around in certain areas that no one ever talks about.
You're talking about specifically Sindri's house, though, right?
But they're also in another place. I think they're in the elf place. I saw them again.
He
and
loves
I said,
mushroom
hey,
guys.
that's those guys.
Hey, you guys, what are you doing here?
I don't know what
dudes?
their deal is. I don't know what they do. Are they farmers? Or are they food?
Yeah, what's their family genus species name?
Yeah, what's their
Right.
kingdom, phylum, class?
I used to know the
Lands?
order. Okay, Lance from Xenoblade
From
3.
Xenoblade, he would honestly, if I had to get in a fight, I'm picking him also.
I feel
on my
like he
team.
would always have your back, you
Yeah.
know? And he would also like have good taste in food. He would eat pizza.
Yes. Who wouldn't?
Me.
Right. But you know who else would eat pizza? Kirby is coming to my sleepover guest
But
list.
specifically, what kind of Kirby?
Mouthful mode vending machine.
That's
Because
right.
then we can use him to get like sody pops.
Right.
So we're getting our pops, we're having our pizza, we're playing games, and it's a great birthday. We might not even sleep till like 3 or 4 a.m.
I was gonna say I think Kirby is he himmed, but I feel like he could be a they them.
Kirby's they them.
Kirby's they them.
Once again, no shout out winner because everyone's a shout out winner. In this
Everyone's
category.
coming to the sleepover party. Hopefully they bring a good gift.
Oh, they better. Who do you think would bring the best gift out of my?
Oh, that's a great question.
Kirby
I think
is
it'd be
kind of-
Ratatosker because he would have some sort of crazy artifact.
That's true. Yeah, you're right. You're absolutely right.
I know I'm right. Okay.
Remaster
Remaster
/ re-release of the year.
So honorable mention to Crisis Core, which just came out recently, and I beat it. Craig's still working on it, but I mean, they really updated the graphics. It looks great. I never played the original because who had a PSP, dude? Loser, am I right?
You know my PSP story, right?
What story do you need to have about a PSP?
I had the PSP. It was silver.
That's not a story, dude.
It was silver. I loved it. I played it every single day.
Is this
I
gonna be
played-
like the moment in Toy Story 2? You know?
No, go ahead. Continue.
You know that moment in Toy Story 2 where he meets Jessie and then Jessie talks about how her
No, it's not.
Okay.
It's gonna be like the moment in Toy Story 1
in 3 when we were going to the lava.
the penguin squeaker doesn't work anymore.
Oh my god.
So
That's
I'm
not Toy
sitting-
Story 1, bro.
I don't know, man. I'm sitting and I'm playing PSP. I'm sitting in a chair, maybe 2 feet at most off the ground, a carpeted ground. Carpeted.
This is adding to my story that PSPs are for losers.
And I put it in my lap, and then I'm like, oh man, I gotta pee or something, right? So I stand up. I don't spring out of the chair and it goes flying. I just kind of stand up. It slides off my sweatpants because I was definitely in comfy mode if I'm playing PSP, and it just gently hits the ground, cracks, just completely. The screen is shot and cracked and destroyed.
Bro.
I used it every day. I'm not kidding.
Question. Did you have a screen protector on it?
They didn't have those back then.
Dude, they did though.
And that wouldn't have saved it because it broke the screen inside, the LCD screen.
What the fuck?
Not the glass protector. The screen itself has a big black splotch and then it
That's
cracked.
so crazy. And this is the reason why you didn't play Crisis Core till this
I
day.
couldn't because my PSP was broken.
So
So
good thing we got the re-release.
yep.
Remaster.
So we got a re-release / remaster.
But I think the real winner is Live a Live or
Yes,
Live
Live
Alive,
Alive.
depending on how you wish to pronounce. I don't know. I played this, I beat this, and I went back to look at what it used to look like on the SNES, and what a glow up, let me tell you.
What a glow up.
If there is any glow up, it's the Live a Live remaster. Great game too. I really enjoyed it. It was so fun. Such a unique RPG. You should give it a shot if you haven't. That came out this year too. So
Yeah.
really,
And it does the 2D, what do they call that? 2.5D, 2D, 3D. Real
Sure.
D?
day for night.
Yep.
Okay. What a moment. I thought you were going to do it with me.
You said you wanted to do like the 90s. Okay, listen. This is a category called What a Moment. And the shout out for this is a really good moment.
That's exactly it.
But as we came up with the title, we said, what a moment. And then Grace started going, what a moment. And then we remembered
In reference to what a woman, but I couldn't remember
Somewhere-
where that's from.
somewhere, what a woman is said like that.
Like
Now,
by a child.
by a child. We could
Right.
find from Hunchback of Notre Dame, there's a part where he goes like, what a woman. But
Yeah.
it's not the same.
not the same.
What a woman. Right?
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
different. Very
now,
different.
what if this is like that thing where you make up memories and it's not actually real? Or it's like what Mandela effect. Is that what it is?
It could be that, but
It's-
I also feel it.
But that's the Mandela effect is like
Yeah.
multiple people feel it. Anyway,
it
I
is.
think it's real. So here's some of our favorite moments. So runners up, God of War, Thor in general.
Thor in general. That's
We
I know
love
that's not a
Thor.
moment, so we're like already throwing the category out the window.
We're already just not even thinking about what the category means anymore.
But listen, every moment that includes Thor is a moment.
There you go.
And
That's
it's
true.
great.
That's true. They're moments. I played Pentiment and I loved it. I really think that's a great game and you should give it a shot, especially if you like a good story and something unique in gaming. But there's a moment in the game where if you know, but he has a labyrinth in his head that he goes to in his dreams. And you get some backstory from when, you're playing as this character and he comes back and it's like 7 years later. And he's like, personality has really changed. You're like, what happened to this man? And then in the labyrinth in your
That's where you
dream,
learn.
you find the backstory, and it's so sad, and it really hit me. I was just like, damn, that's a cry moment for sure. I really like that game. I think it's great.
So yeah, without spoiling it, that's the moment. Though.
Yeah, that's the moment.
Another
God of War thing.
Another God of War moment. So throughout the first game, Kratos is constantly just slamming his fist into chests to open them, which seems ineffective, but hey, I'm not angry. And now in this one, there are parts where, I guess kind of spoiler, you start playing as Atreus. And that's his son, his little boy.
His little baby
The
boy.
first chest he comes to, it doesn't even make a big deal out of it. Like, I mean, it clearly highlights that this happens.
It's what a moment.
But it's what a moment. Atreus just cocks and boom, and punches the chest and just like breaks his hand, basically. And I thought that was very, very funny. Because I didn't expect that to happen.
I was waiting for. I was like, "What's gonna happen? How's he gonna open?
How's he gonna open chest?"
And then
I
was
didn't even register that was about to happen, and then he just kind of punches it, and it was very funny to me. But the shout out for what a moment goes to
Elden Ring map reveal. I mean, I feel like you could say this is like a couple times in Elden Ring where you just like get to a place and you're like, "Wow, it's so big and large."
Yeah, you're like, okay, I think I'm done with this game, and then it's like,
But definitely the map like opening up finally is like, what the hell?
Yeah, and so really, it's a moment because it happens like at least 2 or 3 times.
But then
where
also,
you realize like, wow.
I think a big moment for me in that game was also when you get to the city and you walk through the gate and you see the city laid out in front of you, like the big golden city. I don't know the damn name anymore.
Capital.
Okay, what?
It was just like the capital. Wasn't
Yeah,
it?
the capital, and amazing, just so cool. The way they're able to accomplish making you feel like you can go anywhere in that huge space, but it most likely it's not really there, right? But it is. I don't know.
Most
It's
of there. There's
crazy.
a couple things that aren't, but most of it's there.
That game is really magical.
That game
in that
is
way.
really magical.
They magically use spaces in a way that I think is unlike anything I've ever played.
Yeah.
Best new shout out. So this is a category I wanted to do for my favorite new shout out of this year based on the new shout outs we just said. So runners up, Remaster re-release. That's pretty good, you know?
That's a pretty good category.
That's pretty good
Nice
category.
job, us.
Thanks. What a moment. I do
What
think
a
that one's
moment.
funny because exactly the way I say it.
Yeah.
So that's good.
Say it for us one more time.
What a moment. The birthday party sleepover list. This is a very close runner up. It's good, but it's not the
great.
winner.
It's not the winner,
The
though.
winner has to be Protagonists we want to put in our pocket.
The shout out goes to Protagonists we want to put in our pocket. Because you know what? I do want to put all those little guys in my pocket.
Exactly. And I feel like it gives little guys like a highlight in a way that I feel like we weren't able to do before.
Yeah.
And more than ever in games are little guys. And I feel we have to make note of that. And also encourage there to be more little guys.
I got one hand in my pocket and the other pocket is a little guy.
Wow. Thank you for that, Craig. I almost called you Grace.
Thanks, Craig.
Thanks, Grace. Okay. Now we're moving on to the most powerful shout outs of the year.
Okay, so all right, fun and games are over. Now it's real and raw.
Now it's real and raw.
Craig's S rank. This is my S rank.
Okay, let's hear it.
Okay, runners up. Splatoon 3. That game caught me in a way I didn't expect. I really like Splatoon. I don't know if like Splatoon 4 is going to be like, I got to get that day one. We'll see what the changes are, right? That's a long way off.
Mm-hmm.
But I never played other Splatoons, and this one, it just hooked me. I really like Splatoon 3 a lot. Elden Ring. That's like a very good video game. once again, it's in a genre or category like Splatoon where I didn't love the old games. I played some of them. Actually, I like Demon Souls a lot, but Elden Ring's good. Everybody knows Elden Ring is good. Vampire Survivors. This was the one I thought might win for me because of how much I played it. It's such a good podcast game. You should be playing it right now. Frankly, if you're listening to this and you're not playing Vampire Survivors, you're doing it wrong.
Yeah, that is the best way to listen to our podcast is by playing Vampire Survivors while you're listening.
Yeah. It's fantastic. It's a type of game that really clicks with me where you just kind of collect stuff and like make the numbers go up. It's like basically an idle game, but not really. There is strategy to think about with like what weapons you pick up and all that. But the shout out goes to Neon White. That's a Craig game. The vibes are Craigmaculate. That's a word I just invented. It's fast-paced, fun. It's not a card game. I think I talked about it in our solo time whenever I talked about this game. It was presented like it's a card game. It's really not. It's a power-ups based speedrunning game. But it feels really good to speedrun. You can actually, like, because the levels are so short, you can actually get good at them pretty quickly. And you finally started playing it recently. So now I have to go back and try to beat all your scores.
I really liked it. I also really liked okay, do you know what's funny though? You remember you were talking about the music for this game?
Yeah.
The way I ended up like wanting to beat the final bosses, I just played my own music. And that helped me a lot, which I do sometimes for like I did that in Elden Ring too. In certain games, like I get more power if I play like certain albums, like certain music while I play the game. And then I'm like, I can like really like focus in.
Yeah, that's weird. I don't like that about you.
Okay. Damn. Why?
Because you're slighting Neon White.
No, I'm not.
And
I'm just saying
the superiority of its OST.
I needed my own strength. I needed the spirit bomb of my music to help me succeed even faster.
I understand. I take it back. I like it about you now.
Thank you.
Grace's S rank.
These are my favorites.
This is Grace's S rank.
Whee! Okay, so Xenoblade Chronicles 3. I liked it. I liked it a lot. It was a great JRPG. I think the writing is great. Too long, but I think most games are too long, so that's okay. But I think it was great. I love the characters. I thought there was so many moments that were really emotional, which I think in an RPG is a good thing. Is a thing I connected with it, and I thought the gameplay was fun. And then Pentiment, which we just kind of talked about, but I really loved Pentiment. I just think it was so unique, and it really kept my like attention the whole time in the way of like I was reading like a really good book, and I was like, I gotta know what happens. I want to be a part of this. But not only was it like reading a book, it was better because I was a part of it. Like the choices, I really felt like the choices I had made a difference. And I do know if you look into it, it's not like that branching, but it makes you feel like you have a power over what's happening in the setting that you're in.
That's all that matters. That
is all that matters.
Sometimes there's choices
the illusion
in games.
of it is fine to me.
Sometimes there's choices in games where it's like, well, I clearly see how the response would have been exactly the same.
Right.
You know?
Right. You know, choices I made affected things, and I do wonder I wonder what would have happened if I did it a different way. But I actually think I don't know if you should replay this game. I kind of feel like you should like let it be your experience. And it feels that way especially because you can't save and go back. Like it's kind of hard to do that. It's not really like encouraged. So you're supposed to just go forward and do your best. Frog Detective 3. I played all 3 Frog Detectives this year actually, leading up to Frog Detective 3, and I really loved those games. That's my sense of humor, just very kind of like dry but sweet and wholesome and good. And I love Frog Detective, and I don't know what else to say. I just that's my kind of game. It's short, it's sweet, it's funny, and that's all I need. But I think my favorite game this year had to be Elden Ring.
Yeah.
Just because it was like a journey. It really felt like every time I played, it was like, wow, it's like a story I was creating for myself. And I think that was really cool. Even though like for me, games a lot are about writing, and in a funny way, I think Elden Ring lets you write your own story. And I love that. It feels like everyone's journey is like really different.
Yep.
And I felt like I got good at it, and that was exciting. And there was always something new to do in it. There's just so much content. Like I remember I read someone's tweet recently that was like, I restarted Elden Ring recently, and I thought I had played so much of that game. I did. But, like, I swear I've seen, like, 200 new things that I just had no idea were even there.
That's incredible.
The amount of attention to detail in that game is just, it's crazy. It's wild. Great game. Loved it. I mean, if they do DLC, I think I would play it. I don't know.
The DLC
assume.
that's coming out is like multiplayer stuff.
Okay.
Which I don't really care
They're not
about.
doing, like, a new area or anything?
I'm sure. I bet they will. I don't know. I'm curious. I'm also curious what the Armored Core 6 that they're releasing. Will that be more informed by all these Soulsborne games? Or is it going to, are they going to try to they made so many new fans from Elden Ring. You know what I mean? More people opened up their eyes to
But
what
I think
they're
Armored
doing.
Core is a different kind of game.
Oh,
though.
big time. It's
Like, isn't
have you
that a
ever played
different
any?
fan? No, I have no idea what that even is. I'm going to be real.
So you know how Monster Hunter, the claw grip, you know that classic, like, you used to have to play it holding it weird?
No, but that's bad.
Armored Core was like the weirdest controlling game I could never comprehend, but I loved it because it was mechs. You're building mechs with all your parts. You're getting parts and assembling your mech, different rocket launchers, Gatling guns, power levels, whatever. But then, like, the gameplay was, like, fast-paced and chaotic in a way that I couldn't ever figure out. It was PS2, so I was, like, 12.
Yeah.
I kind of hope that they keep some of that,
Right,
but
right.
then refine it with what they know now,
We'll see. When does it come out?
Do
you know? Is
I don't
there
know
a
if it has
date
a
yet?
date, but that was
Okay.
like announced at Game Awards.
Right, I remember that.
Yeah, I think that was the announcement. We knew it was coming, but I think that was like the official.
Well, we'll see. But either way, a lot of good games this year. I had a great time. But now, finally, our last shout out, Saves Together's S Rank. Our favorite co-op experience.
This is our favorite co-op experience.
Runner up is Monster Hunter Rise Sunbreak, which, we did not actually beat. But we got close. We thought we beat it.
We thought we beat it, and then it was like, no, you're not done. And
we're like, well, I'm done actually for now.
I'm not, though. I'm
saying, but we haven't played it.
Yeah.
So we were technically done for a bit.
Sometimes playing Monster Hunter feels like too intense for...
I love playing Monster Hunter.
I love
every time we play it, I'm
Monster
like,
Hunter.
I think literally every time I play it, I go, I love playing Monster.
Yeah.
I just forget. You forget how much you like it, and then you play it. You're like, this is a great game.
Yes.
It feels good. It just feels good to play.
Feels good. It's like so satisfying to kill these things.
We love killing.
We love killing.
What can we
here
say?
At Saves Together.
But I think the winner is something a little more unique, a little more special.
Yeah.
A little more niche.
And we're not choosing this just because Monster Hunter Sunbreak is like obvious.
Yeah.
I do actually agree with this choice.
Escape Academy.
Escape Academy.
So fun. And I think it really took us by surprise too.
Yeah.
I think it's
almost like Indivisible did.
Yeah.
Where we didn't expect to like it. We just sort of tried it and we were like, wait a minute. This is fun.
I just think the escape rooms were all really well designed. It was fun. It was just like playing a bunch of escape rooms together, and we really liked it. You had to think outside the box, and nothing was too obvious, but nothing was too esoteric except one puzzle, which we won't mention. But that's the only one. Other than that, I felt like everything was fair.
Yeah.
You know?
Of all the co-op stuff we did this year, Escape Academy definitely deserves like being my favorite.
Yes.
You know, like that's the shout out I want to give.
That's the shout out we want to give,
That's
and we did.
Shout out I want to give.
Love it.
Okay. So that's it. That's the end of the show. Except Grace has proposed an idea to me. We like to celebrate and uplift here at Saves Together.
We do.
But she's got some haterade that she needs to suck on.
Okay.
And
and
I'm not for it. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to close the show like usual. The show's going to end. The lights are going to go off. And then anything that happens after the fact is unsanctioned. This is not warranted by Saves Together. Anything that happens after the show is over is not official Saves Together. Okay? So when the hater alert starts hating.
When the hater alert begins.
When the hater alert begins.
There's no more rules.
There are no rules.
Children,
and this
stop
is
listening.
unsanctioned.
Okay.
Thanks everybody for listening.
Yes, thank you for listening. Check out our website at savestogether.com or club, whatever you feel like type. You want to type one more letter, you go ahead.
I think club is easier to type. I think the way your fingers
wrong.
are positioned.
But you type com more often. Actually, no, you don't, because everything's just like in your recent history anyway.
I type club a lot.
You can find links at our website to our
Club
social
crackers.
media, our episodes, our categories, and
Chess
some
Club.
recommendations for co-op games that we like.
Fight Club.
You can also follow us over on Twitter and Instagram at Saves Together.
Yes. So that was 2022. We did it.
We did it. We made it through a year. We're not going to talk about what else happened in the year because I think compartmentalizing is a powerful tool for mental health.
A lot of stuff
This is
happened.
about games and movies and books and
having fun.
wrestling, and that's it. Okay? Okay.
All right.
See ya.
Bye.
See ya in 2023. Okay, welcome. This is my hater alert. This is my classic hater segment.
So why did you want to do this?
Because
I don't consider
sometimes-
you a classic hater.
No, I'm not.
But you know, you might be, you're kind of a new school hater.
I'm a new school hater, dude. I don't think I ever hate things to hate things. I really don't. I don't think it's cool. I just sometimes have like powerful feelings about why things are not good for me.
Yeah.
Okay? Let's just be clear. This is me, my opinion. You don't have to agree. You can like these games. I don't, and I have my reasons. Okay, game number 1, Horizon Forbidden West. Now, let me just say, loved the first Horizon game.
Do you want us to like, should we have like,
No.
like we really hate, like we're like, put them in the burn book.
No. It's nothing like that. I love the first Horizon. Okay, I think the story, the mystery of it all was great. It really drives you because you're like, what's going on here? I'm in the past, but it's the future. We always love that shtick, okay? So I liked the first one. Horizon Forbidden West really suffers from the fact that you don't have that mystery anymore. And not only that, but once again, they've decided they needed to make a map the size of like the real world. And you're like,
Yep.
I don't even want to get outside my house, let alone travel this far in a video game map.
And let me guess, are there icons everywhere?
Oh, there's icons.
Now, here's the
there's
thing.
icons.
Elden Ring. We just heralded Elden Ring for doing this the right way.
But you know what? It's different.
Yeah.
It's different. First of all, one of the things is in Elden Ring, you have to make your way to somewhere. You have no direction. You have a guide somewhat, right? But you're creating
That's
your own
true.
adventure. Whereas
That's
in
true.
Forbidden West is saying, you're gonna go here and you're gonna do this, and you're gonna go here and you're gonna do this, and that to the end of time. And I wasn't sure even why I wanted to do any of it. Whereas in the first game, it was like, I want to know what's going on here. In the second game, it's, I don't know why I'm doing this anymore. And so I stopped. I did not beat the game.
It had that like Ubisoft map
Yeah.
vomit, icon vomit thing.
I don't think I any longer would like to play a open world game that is this big or this empty emotionally. Okay, like for me, I really have to connect to a game like this to keep playing it, and I did not connect. Okay,
I think that's fair.
that's how it is. Next, let's build a zoo. Now, I played a good amount of this game. I think the craziest thing about Let's Build a Zoo is so much of it has nothing to do with you combining animals, and I thought that would be a main thing, but it becomes like a micromanaging simulator in a way that I never want to experience again.
Yep.
Okay, and the way you navigate the menus is insane. It's just there's a lot of clicking. There's not a lot of hotkeys, and you have to click inside of menus to get into other menus. Which, when you're trying to micromanage something, which first of all you don't even want to do, it just makes it impossible. It makes it so hard. So screw that. Harvestella, I wanted to like a lot more than I did. I liked it at first. I
was
really
gonna say,
liked it
I
at
think you liked
first.
this one at first. It seemed like wow.
I did.
Surprise.
I liked it at first, but then it really went downhill for me. I think it's just, it started to feel like it was dragging things out in such a way that was like, bro, get to the damn point. Yeah, okay, you want me to, not only that, okay, but the combat is pretty bad. Like
Yeah.
at first it's good, but there's no real dodge. They kind of have a dodge, but not really. And so you get hit all the time, and it's like, this is stupid. I don't feel like I can ever get good at this combat, and there's so much of it that I don't want to do. Because the good parts of it, they streamlined a lot of the farming, which I think was good. But end of the day, there's way too much to do, not enough like quality content for the quantity, so I did not beat it, even though I literally got so close, which always pisses me off. But it's like, why am I wasting my life? I shouldn't be. Next, High on Life. Now, this is, I think most people agree with this take. It's just like, it's fine, right? The first 2 hours are really good. Mostly good if you're into this comedy in the first place.
I think that's where you actually differ from the majority. A lot of people just, I think, don't like it right off the bat.
That's fine, and I've valid.
And when I watched you start it, I was like, actually, this seems okay.
I had a couple laughs. I had a couple little giggles. The shooting was fine at first, and then it felt like, once again, kind of like with Horizon Forbidden West, why am I doing any of this? I didn't understand what the ultimate goal was, and the jokes were not funny to take me through. And they were starting to get annoying. They wouldn't shut up. And I know you can turn down the gun chatter, but that's not the only people that talk. The NPCs are constantly talking at you. Everyone is talking, and they interrupt themselves. They interrupt themselves in a way that's like, okay, but then don't put this many jokes. If you can't figure out how to, like, you know...
Do you mean like the game interrupts itself? Like
the dialogue interrupts itself
constantly. The dialogue
constantly.
is going off, but then you get close to the door, so then he cuts off and starts talking about the door, but that's not the bit.
And it happens constantly, and
That's
it's like
weird.
they didn't balance how long it takes for you to do things with it. Did they really just want me to stand there and wait for
no.
an NPC to finish?
Probably not. I think the joke is just that they all ramble, but
That's
if
not
they don't
funny.
like bleed together in a
No, they
naturally
don't.
kind of way, it's weird.
And then even when they do, it's like, oh my god, I feel like I have voices in my head. I can't stand this. So I stopped pretty damn quickly. I think I did 2 bosses. I was like, you know what? I get it. I don't want to do this ever again. Lastly, I think truly my biggest disappointment is Plague Tale Requiem. I liked the first one a lot. I didn't think it was like the best game ever, but I was like, this is cool. I like the story. This is interesting. Kid rats. Yes. I mean, I wanted more rats. In the second game, this is something that sequels have done before. Without reason, you all of a sudden can't do the things you were doing at the end of the first game. That is stupid. Why would that be? Why do I have to relearn these skills? She should know this. And then, not only that, but like, why doesn't my little brother have the rat powers again? That was cool. I wanted to do more rat things. I had to wait a very long time to get back into the rat situation. And then once I did, like, I was happy. I was happy whenever there's a lot of rats. But I think there was not enough rats, too much, like, fighting guys. I didn't want to fight guys. I want to fight rats, okay? There's that whole issue with some video games where they're like, my character's like, oh, you're turning into a monster because you kill so many people. It's like, you're literally trying to kill me. I don't know what you want me to do. You want me to die? I have no choice.
Oh, you as the player can't not kill the people.
You can in certain situations, but you do have to in others. So it's like, either way, you're being made out to be a monster. You're a bad person now. You're out of hand. It's like, am I just trying to live? Am I just trying to survive in this messed up rat-filled world, you know?
Yeah.
And by the end of the game, I was so over it. I was just like, okay, I did beat it. I did want to know what happened in the story. And at the end, it does try to hit you with like this emotional thing. I won't say what, but it was just like, well, no, duh, that this was coming. I feel the plot makes a lot more sense in the first, where you're trying to find a way to cure your brother of the rat disease that he has. Your brother has a disease that draws the rats. That's the thing. So in the second game, you don't cure it. He gets to control the rats. You don't cure it. And it's like, oh, well, we'll figure it out. The second game, you spend hours and hours just going around chasing a dream that your brother had. Why are you doing this? I don't know. You think this is the only choice you have, but everywhere you go, you continue to draw the rats that kill everyone where you are. And it's like, why did we do this? I don't understand it. It was stupid in the first place. Why would I trust this some kid's dream?
Well, God of War taught me anything. It's that you should,
follow your dreams. No.
And prophecies are real,
Truly,
but also not.
Truly, the message of this story was do not follow your dreams, because you will commit murderous crimes if you do, and drive people to death, and that's on you. And that's on you, and you deserve pain. So I'm sorry, Plague Tale Requiem. I wish you were better. Maybe I expected too much, and in that case, it's my fault, and this is just my onion. You don't have to agree, and that's okay. And that's my hater corner. That's it. Did you hate anything? Did anything disappoint you this year that you were like, well, I wish that was better, and now I'm kind of pissed that it's not?
Me?
Yeah, who do you think I was talking to?
The listener.
Proverbial you?
The listener.
No.
I thought you wanted the listeners to write in to
No,
corner
I
at
literally do
savetogether.com.
not care what any of them. No, I'm just kidding.
Let me think really quick.
Let's just do one. What's your biggest disappointment of the year?
Yeah, for me, I guess I don't hate it. It just was kind of what I expected to happen, but it was a letdown. Saints Row, the re-release.
That's a good one.
Or remake, reboot. It was broken, so I didn't expect the game to be like groundbreaking or anything. I kind of was hoping it would maybe be more than what it was, but it met expectation as far as what kind of game it was. but it was broken in so many ways. I lost a character because I couldn't get any more stat points. Like, I had to start a new one since my character would no longer gain stats in things. Cars that you put in your garage just disappear. Like, all kinds of stuff was so broken about the co-op experience I was playing with someone.
That sounds bad.
So that was a pretty big bummer because I bet it was fun enough.
Bummer Town.
But then,
That would be a good name for like this segment is Bummer Town.
Bummer Town. No.
Hey, want to go on down to Bummer Town?
This section will never happen. This is unsanctioned, everybody. This did not happen.
This didn't happen. If you heard it, you didn't.
If you heard some hating, I don't know what you're talking about.
First rule of Hater Club, don't talk about Hater Club. Is that funny?
That's pretty funny.
Thanks.
It's kind of like Fight Club.
People never use that as a joke, right?
No, I've never actually heard anybody
I've never heard
talk about
anyone
that.
reference
So what the Fight
Club
Club is like you go there and you fight. It's like a club where you can fight.
Mm-hmm.
So kind of, I see what you're doing. This is the Hate Club.
No, I meant like from the movie.
What?
Have you seen this movie called Fight Club?
No.
Oh.
There's okay, so what do they like fight? Like it's like a Street Fighter, like they go and they play fighting games? Or?
Yeah. No.
What's it about?
Exactly what you said. It's a place where you go and fight.
Oh.
But it's on his head, turns out.
Oh.
I
What
know.
do you mean?
Like Tom, what's the guy's name?
Tom.
Is that Tom Cruise?
Yeah, that's Tom Cruise.
No, Brad Pitt. It's Brad Pitt, right?
Yeah, the Interview with the Vampire.
Sorry, we just watched Interview with the Vampire, and sometimes I can't tell those two apart.
That's bad because they're very different people.
That's bad?
Yeah.
I don't think morally
if you
it's
told
that
me
bad.
that Ben Affleck, Matt Damon were all the same, sure.
They're definitely the same.
Marky Mark, also Mark Wahlberg.
You know who's hard to tell apart is Isla Fisher and Amy Adams look alike. Google it. They do.
All right, everybody. Now the show's been over.
The show's been
The
over.
show is not now just ending. The show has already been over.
Yeah.